Oh, okay, cool. Sweet. What was the line? You know the fucking line. The basketball line. Sometimes you gotta. What's the?
Wait, is it Drake? Is you talking about the Drake line?
Drake, yeah, the Drake line. Sometimes you gotta.
You the top Drake nigga here.
No, I've told Drake himself. I told
What's
Drake.
the Drake line? Sometimes you gotta LeBron, Jordan, or.
Wait, you gotta like I don't know. Iris Stroud.
Was it LeBron? Oh no, yeah, the Iris.
The road up that mountain is heavily guarded.
What's our plan of attack, Sam?
I'll climb from here. Get the chopper prepped for extraction and standby.
I'm on it.
Sam, I've got the CO at Site Delta online.
Paladin, this is Gridiron Actual, over.
Gridiron, this is Paladin. Give me a sit rep, over.
Our AO is flooded with contacts, foot mobiles, and victors. I'm taking ground fire as we speak. Break. Fortifications, coordinated counterattacks. Envoy stirred up a real shitstorm. Over.
You think they knew we were gonna hit them? Over.
Affirmative. Don't worry, we'll give them hell. Gridiron out.
I imagine
I'm under the bridge leading to the village.
Sam, I'm seeing movement above you.
Hey, where are you? Un c'è! Devi stare in power con
Everyone, on full alert.
Come here and help me there. Okay.
Yo. Yo.
Come here and help me search. Okay, let's go.
I'm under the bridge leading to the village.
Sam, I'm seeing movement above you.
I'm under the bridge leading to the village.
Sam, I'm seeing movement above you.
Oh. Oh. اگه زرنگ باشه از اینجا دور شده. کجا میره؟ چند مال با اولین دهکده فاصله داره.
اگر من بودم جای نمیدم که دارن دنبالم میگن.
نصف بچه‌های اینجا میخوان جدید نباشه. اونا زیاد دنبال. He's breathing, but hurts bad.
We have men down. Everyone on...
جالبه.
Looks like the engineers dug out escape tunnels. Shield their movements from flyovers.
Roger that. I'm seeing evidence of excavation everywhere.
Wish you were here, Vic. Too hot for tactical gear.
I'm tracking that data transfer. It's ongoing, and it's coming from the sector the militants roped off as their compound.
خبرو شنیدی؟
چی شده؟
یک کسی به جدید درون چادرش حمله کرد.
میدونی کی؟
هیچ کسی هیچی نمیدونه. پس مواظب باش. باید این پسر رو بگیری.
میخوای من چی کار کنم؟
مواظب باش. مراقب چیزای غیرعادی باش.
اگه کسی رو دیدم چی کار کنم؟
اگه دیدیش بزنش. کمک بخواه و بعد بزنش.
میتونم از آدش برام.
That just pissed me off, man.
I'm tracking that data transfer. It's ongoing, and it's coming from the sector the militants roped off as their compound.
خبرو شنیدی؟ یک کسی به جدید درون چادرش حمله کرد.
میدونی کی؟
هیچ کسی هیچی نمیدونه. پس مواظب باش. باید این پسر رو بگیری.
میخوای من چی کار کنم؟
مواظب باش. مراقب چیزای غیرعادی.
چی شد؟
I'm tracking that data transfer. It's ongoing, and it's coming from the sector the militants roped off as their compound.
خبرو شنیدی؟
چی شده؟
یک
Got something, boy?
وقتمون رو تلف کرد.
Oh. Looky here.
Any update on the teams from the other sites?
No. Likely they've blacked out communications for the duration of the op.
Man, this place is big.
Engineers must have sent the local villagers packing a long time ago.
You think any of these guys were in on Blacklist Zero?
I didn't hear Farsi and Guam.
Engineers are borderless. Could have been anyone here. Sam, there's only a few hostiles out there. Looks like the rest fell back to a defensive position.
So they're guarding something. That means I'm getting close.
چیز می‌بینی؟
نه هنوز ولی آمدم.
فقط کار احمقانه نکن. وقتش که اومد
نگران نباش آمدم.
بهتره که آماده باشی.
بعدا با هم آهنگ می‌کنم.
چیز می‌بینی؟
نه هنوز ولی آمدم.
فقط کار احمقانه نکن.
چی؟
وقتش که اومد
نگران
چیز می‌بینی؟
نه هنوز ولی آمدم.
فقط کار احمقانه نکن. وقتش که اومد
نگران نباش آمدم.
بهتره که آماده باشی.
بعدا با هم آهنگ می‌کنم.
چی؟
کار احمقانه نکن. وقتش که اومد نگران نباش آمدم.
بهتر جالبه.
بعدم باز هم
He's unconscious.
If Drake took steroids, I'm okay with that because that shit still doesn't work. Bro, he took steroids before.
You must look out! Move out! I'm fighting this Hey!
I'm right on top of the communications hub. Charlie, data's still coming out of there.
Still streaming. It's got some crazy-ass encryption going on. It'll take me at least 5-10 minutes to know what they're sending out.
We can't wait. This is it, Briggs. Get the chopper off the ground.
On my way. Just a few minutes out.
Compound has seen heavy combat. Looks like a drone.
It definitely got hit, but not recently. I'll see what I can find out. What are you seeing?
Looks like a kill room. They executed a soldier. Miguel Garcia, 36th Wing.
He's from Clay, 23 years old, went MIA during the attack on Guam.
Why kill a kid?
They taped it.
Jesus, that's the data they're sending.
Let's shut it down. They're still recording. Trace it.
On.
They left a tablet behind.
Don't be afraid. I know why you're here. Believe it or not, I once walked in your shoes. Before I fought for a world, I fought for a name.
Let me get some alcohol, guys. Fuck this nigga bounce go, man. I'm not gonna lie. See, that shit not boiling on me. If we open there no currents, we not gonna close them, bro. Don't know why they leave it open anyway. People looking at Chris for what fucking reason, I don't know. Yo, that was funny. Yeah, I hate when I let people use my shit and then it mysteriously pops up months later after. As suspected, and it's back where it belongs. Do you have to get up?
Yeah.
So I have to get it on, right?
No. Please no.
You okay? You been drinking water? You just feel sick, huh? You drank some? You took some more medicine? What the hell? What's some other medicine? You wanna try that? You just feel shitty? It's alright, baby. I'll be back. What's up, Coco?
They had a double or like an impersonator perform for them?
I came up with body doubles. Nigga, I came up with Blue was doing shows for Akon, nigga.
What?
I
No,
don't
stop
I
it.
know what body doubles was happening.
Wait, no, stop it. No, that never happened. That never happened.
Oh, nigga.
Who said the fucking show? Yo, stop
Are
it.
you that naive, my nigga?
Nigga,
I
that
came
nigga-
up in the beginning. These niggas was getting double the shows every motherfucking month. Because Boo would go and lip sync shows for Akon, nigga. What? Nigga, you a trash fan. You a trash fan if you ain't already know that.
No, I definitely never knew that. Are you crazy?
Nigga, this shit was happening in 2004.
No, they used to say it.
2005,
They used to
2006.
say it, but
Nigga,
we had a group.
Boo would get on that stage and say he was Akon and lip sync the motherfucking lyrics as much as he could. And they would pay for that shit every time. You couldn't do nothing. Nigga, you pulling up pictures of Boo and Akon and say that you wouldn't think
Please.
that Boo was Akon.
I'm sorry. I just want to go home.
I want you to go home. I want all your troops to go home.
But to your country.
They just refuse to listen.
I have a kid. He's 2 years old. Please.
I was raised to believe.
Stage, if you heard Akon's voice coming out the speakers.
Oh, this is Boo,
Pull up,
right?
Boo. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
Yo, this,
Nigga, would you not think that was Akon in 2006?
oh,
Come on, man.
my
Oh my God,
God.
look at that picture. Oh, it's over, bro. It's over, bro. Come on, bro. Nigga,
Yo, so you telling me this nigga walked on stage like,
bro,
I'm locked
who
up?
Bro,
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, no, this was locked up time. So Boo would go on stage. Akon would be fucking overseas somewhere, getting the same amount of money at the same motherfucking time.
Oh yeah, but it wasn't really the internet era, so like people won't really connect the
You
same
couldn't
day.
check. You couldn't check. What the fuck you gonna do?
Fuck.
You gonna go back overseas? You ain't gonna check. There's
That's
no way to check. These niggas was going crazy, bro. These niggas had so much money. Oh my God.
That's a great fucking finesse. Yo, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Only an African nigga could pull out. I'm gonna keep it.
Of course, nigga.
That's a straight African nigga right there. He pulled it off. Salute to that nigga Akon, man.
Them niggas had so much money. I can't even be mad at. Nobody can be mad at that.
Yo, did Akon sign Lady Gaga? Or discover Lady Gaga?
He didn't discover Lady Gaga. Interscope discovered Lady Gaga, and they was like, Akon is super more famous than you, so you need to go over to his label right now. And then he signed her, and then, I mean, obviously she didn't like the situation over there, so she kind of separated from that. But when she did get on with Interscope, Interscope was like, we just gonna pair you with another famous person.
That one man could change the future. Do you believe that? I do. And I think that you could be that man. You could change the world by becoming an example.
No.
I wasn't talking to him, my friend. I was talking to you.
Why leave us a warning?
It's not a warning, it's a message. Engineers are waiting for someone.
Charlie, where's that trace?
I'm still working on it.
Sam, are you engaging the drone?
No.
Someone's hacking it.
That's why Jadid was stalling. It's a trap. Get out of there.
I'm okay.
Briggs, I need that chopper now. LZs are too hot. We can't put her down. Sam, more missiles incoming.
I'm using the hook.
5 seconds. Hurry up, Sam. 3, 2, 1, now!
I never do that. Pathetic.
Well, whatever data you can off this now.
I'm on it.
Move the chopper. We'll repair it on board to save time.
Sam.
Engineers were 2 steps ahead of us. Our only lead on the blacklist and all we got was a message.
Briggs already grilled Coben about his intel.
Coben is too stupid to set that trap. Too smart to risk his own life sending us into it.
Agreed. His intel was supported by other sources. The engineers left out a breadcrumb trail of false information.
Send us running into a minefield.
Let's hope the DevGru team's found something.
We should be back by now.
Charlie's following up. Charlie?
Charlie.
The other teams. All of the camps were traps. You're the only one that made it out alive.
The engineers knew the government would disavow the operation. That's why they recorded it.
They just released the footage online.
Sam, we pulled an ID off the hardware you got on the ground. We know who's running the engineers.
That was fast.
It was easy. Too easy. Almost like they wanted us to find out who he was.
Sign of confidence. He's taunting us. Now we have our target. Majid Sadiq.
Ex-MI6 agent.
That's how he knew what everyone would look for after Guam.
And how to force feed it to them.
Madam President.
Glad you're still with us, Mr. Fisher.
I'm sorry for your loss. We know who we're after.
Majid Sadiq, the man behind the engineers. We'll forward our analysis to your office.
Good work. Does this get us anywhere with American consumption?
Not directly, no. But I pulled the new data from your office. Your people are highlighting Dallas as another possible target?
Yes, and Homeland Security's already spread thin, covering 5 other cities. Our best shot at protecting Dallas is to send 4th echelon in to head off any attack before it happens. Can you make it in time?
Consider it done.
We'll stop them.
Sam, I think Charlie's got some new gear he's working on.
Hey.
Briggs.
I thought you'd still be in the infirmary after Marwawa.
Nah, just a couple scratches.
Marwawa. Snow, chill out, man.
That's all for now.
Right. I should get back to it. Want to make sure the next mission goes smoothly.
Hey, Sam.
Charlie, you got any new intel for me?
You know what I know.
Something wrong?
Sorry, that mission keeps playing over and over again in my head, you know? All those teams just... gone.
Takes time, Charlie. Just put it into your work. We're gonna catch who's responsible. I think we're good.
Well, I gotta parse some data Grim sent me. I'll let you know if we find anything.
Hey.
Find anything useful yet?
Yeah, a parachute. You just had to go poke him with a stick, didn't you, Fisher?
The Blacklist is counting down. Help, shut up, or get out of the way. That's all for now.
Well, I guess I'll see you later, Fisher.
You've reached the voicemail of Sarah Fisher. Leave a message after the tone, and I'll get back to you when I can. Thanks.
Hi, it's me. I just want to let you know that no matter what you hear on the news, no matter what happens with the Blacklist, I'm okay. This one isn't going to be easy. We'll find a way. I'll find a way. Love you, kid.
You've reached the voicemail of Sarah Fisher.
He's senior VP of Def Jam.
Yo,
he's not just Akon's brother. I don't want to discredit my nigga. Like this nigga, the nigga does his work. He does his work.
Of course.
We're not just gonna call him Kanye's whatever. This nigga senior VP of Def Jam.
No, I give him the highest credit.
This nigga can slam his hand down on the desk right now and make another Def Jam vendetta if we wanted to. Right now. You let me know. I mean, the nigga done did his work. The nigga done did his work, but these niggas are the same person if you haven't seen them in the same room together. These niggas get
Graham,
double the money.
how's everything looking?
Good. Dotting the I's on the next operation.
I never knew you was like.
Briggs has been a huge help.
Charlie?
Type shit.
Distracted.
Oh no.
Focus isn't his strong suit.
Well, if he was performing for Akon, does that mean he was getting like the back
shit for the.
The nigga was getting half. The nigga was getting half of all of it.
Okay.
He was getting half of the whole shit. I mean, you can just see it.
Yo, Payne, why you gonna get a fucking body? Yo, there was a point where, like, I could imagine everybody in life wanted to book you. Like you were literally.
Yeah, no. There was a nigga in Florida that was pretending to be me. I mean, I had to shut that down, but still, it wasn't my brother or nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta look, bro. Look at these niggas.
Or was it just a random nigga that was just?
Nah, it was just a random nigga that was just putting on top hats and he was T-Pain.
God damn. Yo, Payne, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you though. One thing I don't like about your legacy. Okay, I don't want to get dark.
Oh nah, this is gonna be great.
No, I feel like you give that nigga Jay-Z too much credit. It's like, I think you talked about it one time and it felt like you just gave the nigga the credit. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Once he just made some song, it just stopped what I had going on. Fuck out of here.
No. I never said that. I never said that. You kind of said I said he made that song. He made Death of Autotune at the same time that me and my managers was like,
that's all for now.
Okay,
we're on too many songs. We gotta stop. We gotta stop right now. And then as soon as we said, yo, we gotta chill, and then fucking Jay-Z made that song, and it made it look like he shut the shit down. But me and my managers was like, bro, I'm T-Pain is on too many fucking songs. We just have to chill for a second. And then Jay-Z made the fucking song, and it looked like he shut me down. But we was already taking a break.
Okay, as long as you ain't giving the credit, because like, I know some people feel like I'm a Jay-Z.
But my thing is, even if it is Jay-Z, we're not gonna act like Jay-Z.
But he ain't had that type of influence and pull that he had when he started having niggas wearing button-ups or fucking fitted hats to the side. Like he wasn't that guy at that point. Like, this is past that.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. He did.
Bro, but
you literally just named a bunch of shit that this nigga made people start doing.
No, but hold on. But
it wasn't. But in my particular situation, where I was like, I'm on too many songs. I need to chill the fuck out. I'm gonna overexpose myself. I'm gonna overexert myself. I need to chill out. And then the song came out. In that instance, no, he didn't have that power. But you did just name literally everything this nigga did in that same year.
Yeah, but he never did anything after that. Think about all of this.
This nigga said I might just bring the Blue Yankee back. I might.
Yeah, that's cute, but
I might just. And then niggas start wearing
that's cute and everything, but I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Yo, the way you use autotune was very unique, so maybe that's why you say that. But autotune been still in hip hop since then.
Here's my thing.
Every artist now use autotune, and every single.
I was on my way to be the top nigga in the industry. I was on my way to be the top nigga in the industry, and it was threatening at the time. And I get it, and I totally fucking understand it, nigga. You would not let another blogger come and say, nigga, that Twitch shit is ass, nigga. Every vlogger and blogger that's on Twitch need to shut that shit down. That shit's stupid as fuck. That shit dumb as a motherfucker. If somebody from the Shade Room came and said, nigga, every vlogger and blogger that's on Twitch need to shut that shit down, you would be like, nigga, what?
Okay.
What that?
Okay.
What the fuck? Like, what did I do? What did I do? But if you were saying to yourself, you know what, I might be twitching too much, I need to chill out on the Hennessy, I need to fucking just give it a second or some shit like that, boom, 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 and then right after you decide that, somebody from fucking the Shade Room is like, yo, everybody that's on Twitch is fucking ass.
Yo, did you ever talk to Jay after that?
God, what the fuck?
Yo, did you ever talk to Jay after that shit?
I mean, I did talk to him, but
What he said?
it was it was him and B at the same time. I did talk to him, but it was like a quick that was a misunderstanding, right? And everybody was like, yeah. So, and then we was like, oh, okay, cool, sweet, let's all keep right.
Hey, hold on. I know we use Drake stand. But be honest. Who's a great artist? Drake. It's Drake by a mile.
I hate this nigga be asking questions
Are
like
you
this.
asking me? You telling me, nigga?
Yeah, I'm asking you and telling you. I want you to say what I'm saying.
You can't give you a.
Nigga so in love with Drake. He said, I'm asking and telling you.
I think Drake learned a lot from Jay, and like he said, he had to. What was the line? You know the fucking line, the basketball line. Sometimes you gotta. What's the?
Wait, is it Drake? Is you talking about the Drake line?
Drake, the Drake line. Sometimes you gotta.
You the top Drake nigga here in the whole
Yo, I've told Drake himself. I told
what's
Drake.
The Drake line. Sometimes you got a LeBron, Jordan, or what was the?
What? You gotta like I don't know Iverson. I don't know.
Was it LeBron? Oh no, yeah, the Iverson line.
Oh, I don't know. Listen, I told Drake I hate every song he's ever done with Jay. I hope he never does it.
You're the worst person. For real. Come on, man. That's where he learned it from. That's where he learned it from. And this is, bro. Can you imagine now? Imagine if Instagram and Twitter was popping like it is now when Jay was doing his thing.
That is.
Come on, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I imagine it if Instagram and Twitter were popping like when Pac was like beefing. Like, imagine how entertained that would have been.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like it's gonna be some bullshit.
Pac would have got killed sooner.
People gonna Pac would have got Oh, you know what? Pac would have got killed sooner.
Yes.
And he would have got his ass ate the fuck up.
Okay.
Whoa, what?
Yo, lyricism wise, Pac would have got fucking ridiculously murdered. Because his niggas out here for real. Bro, Pac was the crazy lyricist at our time because ain't nobody else have no platform.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna disagree respectfully with that just because look at what drill music is now. Like, fuck lyrics, it's all about disrespect. And when you say, yo, that's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If the platforms would have been what they are now, Pac would have got ate the fuck up.
Bro, do you see, you yourself post this shit. Do you see how many rappers die? I'm from Atlanta. I done seen a lot of niggas die. Do you see how many rappers die?
It's a lot.
Come on,
It's
nigga.
a great amount.
Come on, nigga.
No.
I'm not saying the amount of death, nigga. I'm just saying that shit. That what we look at as Pac's greatest lyrics right now is peanuts to what we hear today.
No, you're right. But listen, I've always looked at Pac more as a poet more than really just a true lyricist. Or MC.
Yeah, well, no, Pac is a full fucking poet. Pac was one, like, if not one of the greatest lyricists at the time. But if we would have had social media back then and everybody would have been able to have their opinion, there would have been way the fuck more disrespectful niggas at the time. And niggas would have been dying. Niggas would have been dying to be more disrespectful than Pac.
Yo, Payne, why sound like you trying to tell me like, yo, niggas would have been jacking Pooh Shiesty over Pac if they came out there to say that?
Bro, they would have, bro.
Nigga,
What's up, product? I'm streaming right now. I'm reacting to this podcast, so let me know if it's too loud. I'll turn it down. I hate the audio quality goes up and down. Sometimes they're whispering, and then next thing you know, they're like yelling. So let me know if it's a little annoying. Just something for the stream, you know.
Just because he was old. That's it. He would have been saying the same thing as the young niggas, but it would have been less credit because he was old. Talk to me nice. Tell me that shit wouldn't be the motherfucking truth.
Turn it on, but alright. And again, please just let me know if the co-op for now. Let me know if the audio is again too loud. Okay. Sorry for the stalling, man. I've been trying to play with my bro here, who's in the party with us, but it's hard to stay consistent with certain games with him.
No.
He said he's chilling right now.
It's not that you're not saying the right thing. It's not that I'm not saying the right thing. It's not that I wouldn't have been saying the right thing.
Private lobby.
It's literally.
If you do want to do some,
there's a new thing happening, and the only thing that you gotta do.
I like the missile plane. We'll do them all, bro. We'll do them. I mean, we'll do what we got time for, but I'm trying to do pretty much all the ones I need to do. all the co-op onlys for sure, Yeah, missile plant. Yeah, let's, because I know you probably got some skill with this, I'm gonna start with the beginning. Alright. You need the Voron suit. How do you get that? Do you know if there's any way to get those goggles that require you to play on the SpiderBot app? I remember I downloaded the SpiderBot app years ago, but I never actually took time to play it. And every time I tried to play it in recent years, it wouldn't connect, so.
Why haven't they done that to Drake? Why haven't they done that to Drake?
Or not. You lied everybody way, bro. Stop it.
Because he's not trying to say the same thing as the rest of the niggas. All these niggas we talking about is saying they don't want
In all of the breaks for E-mission to get the Voron suit. Outfit. Okay. Alright, we're on breaks right now, so let's get it. Start with I think it's Smuggler's Compound first. Then Missile, then Voron. So we'll do it that way. Does it require what difficulty we need? Does it matter what difficulty we do?
There's no current state. There's no current state of anything because there's always every instance of every genre of music. There's still Anderson .Paak. There's still motherfucking Bruno Mars.
Consider it done, my friend. Maddie. Come on, man, please. I'm not trying to hear that shit. Alright, I got all silenced weapons. I typically go for Panther or Stealth, so should be no problem. Did you get the invite? Hold on, let me send you another one. Acquired product. Alright, just sent you an invite. I said invite sent in my corner.
And if you turn it to that jazz playlist that you like, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? This ain't what we agreed to.
Nice. Excited to play with someone who actually enjoys Splinter Cell and understands.
2007.
Whenever you're ready.
I don't think you know that we the same amount of drunk right now.
I'll tell you what I wear. What suit? I use the 4E Eclipse. Is it the 4E Eclipse? Yeah, I use the 4E Eclipse mostly.
I said this about
oh, there are more suits.
I said, yo,
really? Nice. Yeah, I haven't really figured out if there's more to unlock or anything like that, but it looks like everything is already on display. You see that you see it locked, and you just get told what to do to unlock it. Yeah, I'm actually excited. I love Splinter Cell, man. I never get to play. There's a lot of games I have, man, that I want to play with people, but I never get to play with people who actually care enough to learn how to play them, you know, who doesn't just skip through everything or just press A at every menu or screen that pops up, like who actually takes the time to understand. Do you play any other Far Cry's by any chance? Far Cry New Dawn, Far Cry 6? I've been wanting to play New Dawn co-op, but I haven't had anyone to play that with. 5 is cool. They have that on the Game Pass right now. New Dawn is actually the direct sequel to 5. Most Far Cry's don't have a sequel, so it's cool that that one does.
His faults are. Chris Brown has the princess.
Damn, hotspot, bro. You trying to fuck us up, huh?
Now, we're gonna take this to something that is controversial, but it's not controversial. So basically, the princess complex is when a young girl grows up in a family or in the surroundings where every day
up close textures are so blurry in this game, but like at the right distance, man, this game looks pretty good. Oh damn, I'm sorry to hear that, product. I'm going through it too, man. I recently technically lost my job and all types of stuff, man. That's why I just stream and I'm playing and I'm just trying to figure things out. I'm sorry to hear that though, man. Seems like everybody's been going through it as of late. Alright, before we proceed, let me change.
The second that the first real motherfucker comes to you and say, hey,
waiting on you.
All right, that fucking break. It's over. Breakdown, Twitter outrage, everything. Now this is my nigga, and I'm not saying that he acted. I'm just saying that here's the trails and the trails of it. I'm just saying.
Of course.
My nigga.
Okay, that was weird. He dropped down and didn't even press anything.
Maybe there's a little princess aspect to it, to where it's like, what the fuck
Sniff.
are you doing? Famous. Y'all supposed to be my fans, and I get that. But I've never been a numbers guy. I've never been the top numbers guy. So I've always been able to differentiate.
Let's just get on with the drop.
You've got movement on the hillside below you.
I'll let you know when I'm ready.
Go back to the drawing board. Not really a big deal, but Chris.
What the hell is not letting me?
Every time you drop anything.
Ready? Ready, set, go. Cute. Hey, let me change my brightness. My brightness is too dark. I've realized that. I got a weird obsession with playing with dark screens. I gotta stop doing that. Oh,
something's wrong with
as bright as possible. I got you. Don't you worry. Ooh, I forgot we're unrealistic. Okay. All right, we got this. Don't worry. Even if we get shot up, it won't be nothing. That's my fault. I forgot we're unrealistic. So, I mean, you did get seen first, but. All right, we could do it. We could do it. However you want to do it. If you want me to retry every time we get caught, I'll do that. I'm all about perfectionist as well, so if you want to switch to perfectionist, we could do that too. I'm like that with most games, especially stealth games. If you've seen me play Dishonored, you know how anal I am about getting through sections perfectly. Tri-rotor? I've never truly used that. What should I use it to do?
You're ready to free climb, right?
Of course, indoors.
Climbing walls a little bit.
Yeah, I got
Tri-rotor it is. It's not letting me use it right now. Cannot destroy. Cannot deploy. What the heck? See if I can do it up there. Yeah, knockout. I mean, so not okay. I get what you're saying. So not either or. I can't knock out some guys and kill some guys with the silent. Wow, I see.
Sam, break. You've got movement on the hillside below you.
There's so many guys though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's about 9 guys. Coming. Ready, set, go. Don't worry, they're just gonna get nervous.
Listen on the stream, and I'm like, nigga, are you crazy? I'm definitely listening on the stream. That's what I'm falling asleep. But right.
I got caught, dude. I got you. That's my fault. My pistol, the range, man. I was aiming right at him. He literally, right when I pulled the trigger, walked right out of the range. So then the shot just veered off.
And then now, it's on every TikTok. It's getting spins. It's getting money. He's making money off of y'all making fun of whatever the fuck y'all was thinking that was happening in the first 2 weeks. So now, what's the real? What's the real? Do niggas hate it, or do niggas actually like it enough to use it in a good time?
Looks like we're out of path.
Then we make one. You're ready to free climb, right?
What's actually happening?
Of course, indoors.
Climbing walls a little bit.
Yeah, I got this.
But he didn't know about the first 2 weeks, so
Sam, Briggs, you've got movement on the hillside below.
Literally, if we could just go up the hill and walk behind all this shit.
I seen you say this.
3, 2, 1. Got it. Yeah, when you move out, I can move too, so don't worry. Honestly, we could just move through this. I don't think we need to kill anyone. Oh, shit. God damn it. Alright, I've been playing on an easier difficulty with my friends, so I gotta get back in the right mindset, man, of how quickly they're gonna spot us, okay? My bad. Alright, I'm ready. Turn my volume up some more.
that'll be the first draw. You know what I'm saying? It's not because
Alright, we got this.
aren't about who actually got hits and numbers.
I do have sleeping gas too, crossbow.
Or anything like that. It's a popularity contest at the time. It's about who knows the most songs right now. That's why.
Looks like we're out of path.
Then we make one. You're ready to free climb, right?
Of course, indoors.
Climbing walls a little different.
Yeah, I got this.
Sam, Briggs, you've got movement on the hillside below you.
Roger that. Go inside.
सिर्फ ताकत से नहीं होगा कुछ और इस्तेमाल करने में क्या नुकसान है भाई और अगर हमारे पास थोड़ी हो तो सवारी कर सकते और हमें काम की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती
It's not that they're
Use a medic.
I got you.
Target is neutralized.
Coming to you.
But they're gonna know every fucking future song.
Get up, Briggs. Area's secure.
You want me to restart it?
They're gonna be like, oh shit.
I guess I owe you one.
I straight up forgot about that. Damn, I forgot about this song. But every future song that he does, you're gonna remember it because it just fucking happened.
Whenever you're ready, Briggs.
You're not getting
Teamwork, I love it.
within the last 4 or 5
In position and ready, Briggs.
my shit goes back 15. My shit goes back 15, 17 years. You're not gonna remember.
Why is he not letting me down? Dude, I think it's a glitch for me. What the heck?
Ready when you are.
He won't jump down. He won't repel. Should I just restart it? What the hell?
Anytime you're ready.
I've never seen that happen before. What the fuck?
Briggs, I'm waiting on you.
Yeah, I've never seen that happen. That had to be like a result of lag or a packet loss. Must have registered that you got there, but then like dropped it at the same time.
That's what I'm telling you. The apple bottom jeans. I got a statue in my studio right now. That record, that's what I'm saying. That record went diamond. So if we're talking about who did the numbers, then I would win. What are we talking about? Who you can remember right now? And of course.
Wait, but it's like.
Yeah, but they're not gonna know the stats.
Oh shit! That song was Certified Diamond.
Yeah.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. Yo.
Now look up. Now look up.
Break, Sam. The convoy on that bridge is confirmed by intel.
Yo, Kate, I ain't gonna lie to you. You just play mask off, he killing you. He killing that record. And your record is way
Of course. And that's why I said, if we get in a versus battle,
March Madness killing.
Murdering me. But if we don't get in any battle and we just look at
Thanks for the save.
I'm on top every time.
I guess life is good.
Whenever you want, pull that trigger.
You was dropping fresh dates like apple bottle things just like that at the same time.
Pull that trigger whenever you're ready.
Bro, if social media existed while I was dropping that shit, I mean,
yeah.
But here's what I'm saying. The thing
Target
that
down.
helps me right now is that I don't give a fuck about niggas. I'm fine. I'm okay with y'all not remembering that shit. My thing is, when I go to these corporate parties, they're putting me on their company, and I'm the motherfucker that's really running these fucking companies, and I'm getting niggas like Future to be in our commercials, and I'm getting all these shit. I'm fine with y'all. I'm cool with that. Y'all niggas don't have to give me recognition because I'm in the background of the actual fucking business. I'm not trying to be the most popular nigga in the hood. I'm trying to be the most reputable motherfucking. I'm fine.
First charge is set.
Good. Now plant the other one.
Die?
To be the corny nigga that's at the top of the business instead of the coolest nigga that's just in
Retry?
the commercials.
Yo, Payne, let me ask you a question.
Retry, you sure?
You gotta pick one. What means more to you?
Oh.
Confirmed. Nice work, Briggs.
Charges are in place.
Copy.
We're moving off the bridge.
Obviously.
Yeah,
Which one?
I figured.
Yo, we taking over is iconic, nigga.
Nah,
we taking over is iconic for niggas. Listen to their cars. We running
UAV overflight confirmed. Convoy targeting eliminated. Nice work.
Border patrol, they're welcome.
I would, but it never happened.
Seems like kind of a half-assed place to be moving something here.
Local laws in the smuggler's pocket. There's no one else out.
Sam's right. It's a great base of
Yo,
operations.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. When niggas here, I am the beast, feed me rap, like, that's nigga shit, bro.
Security has gotten lax. Attack from an unexpected angle, infiltrate the compound, and get the intel we need. It's that simple.
Because they're expecting yahoos and pickup trucks.
And we'll be going over the top. Let's go.
DJ Khaled, the nigga that listens to anybody who's hot right now.
Yo, wait, hold on.
Tell DJ Khaled to do a record with me right now. He's not gonna do it. He's gonna do it with whoever's hot right now. He's gonna do it with Roddy Ricch. He's gonna do it with fucking.
Yo, wait. Yo, I'm gonna be honest though. At that time, I thought y'all were locked in though.
Down there. Yeah. Zip line's clean as way.
At that time, I'm so hood. I know. It's a nigga classic.
Locations out of the SMI now.
It's a nigga classic.
So I can confirm.
Just don't take too long.
Ooh, that's the sound of police in my hood.
Copy. We'll split up.
In position and ready, Briggs.
All done here. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, I could already see you were going for it. But you know the map's a little bit better than me, so it's a little unfair. But I'll go for it. Probably got better gear too, but.
Yo, you're the hook on the song, right? I ain't gonna lie. I think with Ross probably there's business shit. Probably got one. Somebody gotta get this. Nigga, the hook.
Picked up some intel from a dead drop for you to take a look at.
I'll analyze it when we get on board.
I'm so with part 2.
This nigga's
On the move.
Oh,
Damn it.
Bro, here's my thing. So I mean, keep in mind.
Crap, I can't drop for some reason.
On Good Life.
I'm coming.
Taking some fire here.
Come on, up and at him, Briggs.
But I wrote it.
I think there's a guy in that building somewhere.
Never saw him coming.
Yeah, you talking about we taking over?
Somebody.
You gotta figure that out. One of these days.
Dude, what? Where is he? Oh, there's another floor. Did you get the dead drop?
Alright, Graham. I'm putting a tap on the data pipe.
I hear you.
Transmitting the data to you now, Graham.
It's not what we're looking for. Keep moving.
Graham,
That's a good movie. Legendary.
Hack into it. See what you
That
can
being
find.
Lebowski.
Wait, that I've been on?
Negative, Sam.
I don't care if you wrote like you're proud of making or being a part.
It's gonna be Kiss Kiss. I wrote and produced that entire song.
Why did that song go bigger? That's that was all my problem. Why
Because
did
it was fucking Chris Brown! What are you talking about? It's Chris Brown!
he didn't really rock it as a singer like he was rocking everything.
Bro, he's a light-skinned nigga. That's just gonna go bigger than anything. It's over. What are you talking about? This is what it is, bro. There's no way. You're the craziest thing alive.
Grim, there's a file cabinet. I'm gonna check it out.
After that song, baby.
Roger that. Be thorough.
After that song, what's my favorite song?
Yeah.
What came after?
Sending now.
nigga like
Are you asking me?
Roger
You
that.
asking me what my favorite DJ Khaled
Bingo.
song was?
If they're shipping something big, we'll see it in these records. Now head to the extraction point. Sam,
keep it real.
Briggs. Time to start tight. You've got hostiles headed your way. Get to the
My
evac
feelings like
vehicle
you're
now.
fucking up DJ
On our way.
You've got a caravan blocking your exit. UAV?
I mean,
Send it. Thanks for the backup. We still need a way out.
Let's go. All targets down.
Thanks for the save.
That was perfectly.
let me say,
Waiting on you.
Let's keep going.
What the fuck is going on? Press A to dual lift, and he literally turns his back to the wall while you do the lift alone.
So anytime
What
you
the
need a
fuck?
feature, it would be like, yo, I'll do your feature, but can you play my shit on the radio? But I didn't have any song to get played on the radio, so I was like, hey, is there? I was like, bro.
Whenever you're ready.
Everybody got their shit played on the radio, and then I just was like, hey, cool.
Hold position. I'm seeing snipers with overlapping fields of fire ahead of you.
Got a line on them with UAV.
I've got a better idea. I'm moving it into position for you now.
Feel like you fit.
You'll hand over control when it gets here.
Confirmed.
Like where'd you feel you
I mean,
fit?
yeah,
I feel like
I wanted,
you're
that's all I wanted was R&B.
really?
You.
You thought I was a rapper, nigga?
No, I think you were a rapper.
UAV's in position. I'm passing over control to your op.
Sam, I'll cover you with the drone to go. Got your six.
They're still alive. Oh, he sniped me even though I was in cover.
Like, I know you try to use the IP for how you use. I think it was Antares then or whatever. Like, nigga, I know you tried, nigga. I know you tried.
No, I'm fine. Bro, I'm never gonna stop niggas from doing some shit that's already available.
Hell no.
Why the fuck would I do that? That's crazy. That's crazy as fuck to me. Why would I stop niggas? Because first of all, the shit that I was doing was available since 1997. Yeah, but how the fuck am I gonna be able to be the nigga?
Grandma's taking control of the UAV.
All yours, Sam.
Briggs, take point. Head for the rendezvous with evac.
All right, Sam. Marking your targets with the UAV.
Nobody trying to be everybody's trying to be
He's down.
the next nigga. I'm not trying to be that nigga. I don't give a fuck about how you niggas think about me. So what I did, and how I did it was how I did it. If y'all niggas try to catch on to that, then y'all niggas was the underdogs. So that's just what it was. I wasn't trying to do anything different from anybody. Fucking Eric Clapton was using auto-tune on his guitar. In the 70s, nigga. So I'm not trying to be anybody different from y'all.
Yo, T-Pain, let me know, nigga. We can sue Travis Scott. That nigga performs with autotune. Travis Scott talks to the crowd with autotune on his mic. We can sue that nigga, man. Let me know.
Last hostile.
You sure?
I'm good.
You ever see the clip where he's talking to security and the autotune's on the mic?
You ever seen the Migos performing? He was auto-tune. I'm not going. Look, I'm not going after anybody. I don't give a fuck about what he's doing. I know what I did. I know what I did first, but I know my truth.
Marking armored hostiles as targets, Sam.
I know how many niggas try to do it after me. I'm not trying to come after you or do all this extra shit, bro. You know what you do. I'm not here to make you think anything. I'm here to find you.
Take control of the drone and cover me.
Got it. T-Pain, I'm glad you admit to some of the sipping.
Area secure.
When you made bartender, man, did you at least fucking see that, yo, these days when you go in the club,
Dark.
for real?
Oh.
You knew that the bartender. Yo, these days the bartenders are better than the
Remember,
stripper,
I can swap.
and they don't do as much.
Swap what?
Motherfucking bad, but I was just like,
Yeah, long story, dude. I was on cover, but then he wasn't in cover.
Wait, hold on. Were you really dealing with strippers?
I mean, keep in mind, I was married this whole time, so I didn't really have a foot in this race at all.
Okay.
So, my wife was the best motherfucking thing rolling, so I didn't have to like none of them bitches. But, you know.
Hey, what does stripper do to you though? Like.
Take control of the drone and cover me.
It's all Miami, so you got to.
Oh!
This job.
Oh yeah, I know.
Target down.
Target neutralized.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I could run through the middle of the street, but there's fucking block there.
Dealt with them when I met them in their
blockade right there, so then I got blocked and I was getting shot in the back. So it looks like I have to pace myself through this. My bad.
And then instantly she started asking weird shit that
I think I vaguely remember doing this one.
I'm good. But I've met girls who like, yo, they're looking at me as their way out the strip club, and I fuck with them, right? Like, you gotta
Made it. Take control of the drone and cover me.
Got it.
No! Explain. I feel like goes against everything. Goes against my moral fight.
It goes against your moral fight. You want to going. And just keep it's security. This is security. So if you give her
I gotta get my health back, man. They're on my ass. I think somebody's about to run up on me, actually. Alright, my health's back. Alright. I got two right on me. Alright, I got him. Oh, sniper's on me. Alright, I got the guy that was literally right on me. Snipers are on both of those marks.
I'm glad you said that.
You there? Why does it say you're waiting? Is it glitched? Was it glitched? Oh, great. The whole time it kept saying your teammate can't revive you. Said you were waiting for me. Yeah, that one was weird. I don't know what the hell that was about.
Yo, she needs help with A or B, right? And I was
Take control of the drone and cover me. Got it.
Can you hear me? You there? Uh-oh, it says you're waiting again. Uh-oh. I don't know what's going on.
I'm stingy with it. Just I feel like if I pay for it, I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. I've been to the club. Yo, I'm spending $800 for my man's music and stuff. But I've always said, if I gotta pay for me, for a girl to for a girl to do something,
Oh my god, dude.
If you want to enjoy certain things in life, you gotta know.
You are there though, I think. I did see you shoot a missile at least once. I wasn't sure if you were AFK or not.
I'm DJ Academics. It ain't gonna be a quick.
Because the game seemed to be glitching or something.
You got, yeah. Dick costs just as much.
Might just be something caused by the lag.
And the shit cancel itself out. Somebody got say something. Somebody got say something.
Alright, let's try this again. You there?
I agree with you. So for me, I think in a certain, like, I would say level.
You know why? You know why?
I fuck mid-girls. I like the bitches I'm fucking. The bitches I'm fucking. Like, they just happy to link with a nigga who got a blue check. The bitches you probably talking about, they're dealing with all the shit.
Here's the thing. Here's the reason. Here's the reason that's wrong. Because you think that these bitches is happy to no. They are happier to deal with a nigga with a blue check because they feel like it's more of a guarantee. Now,
I'm not gonna pay them.
If they go in a room full of niggas, and one of them got a blue check, they're not gonna go with the nigga with the blue check. They're gonna take that route to try to get to the blue check. It's not gonna be straight up. I'm gonna just go with the nigga with the blue check. I understand what you're saying, but all you gotta do is show appreciation. The same way you want her to show appreciation, and it's gonna be reciprocated. All it's gonna protect benefit. A bitch gonna go with the brokest nigga in the room. I'm talking.
No way.
Target is down.
Dude, even though I was super far away from the dog, they made the dog grab me.
But here's my thing. So my whole approach has been, look, if you can make somebody's day in a second, then take that second. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to blow up your shit. But the thing is, the bitches that you want are the bitches that want the things that you don't want to do. Now, if you're talking about just a bitch that ain't never been in a glass elevator before.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
talking
about.
And you just take a bitch in a glass elevator, she's like,
yo, Pain, the bitches I'm fucking with.
This is amazing. Oh my god.
Pain,
And
the
then you
bitches
take
I'm
the bitch
fucking
out the
with.
glass elevator.
Bro, that's academic of a woman. Like, come on.
With the bitches I'm fucking with, when they see the Lambo in the mansion,
Alright, I gotta use the restroom. 1 second, okay?
like,
let me change the mission first.
You gotta provide those things after the fucking.
No.
You can't just
I'm fucking the bitches.
Alright, there we go. Alright, I'll be right back.
You can't take a bitch in front of 6ix9ine. And then she's like, oh no, I figured out that
ready when you are.
Yours, and you'll never see that bitch again. But you want to fuck the
Mama
bitch
told me never pay a bitch, nigga. I'm gonna keep it 100. I would, out of principle, I will lie. I will do anything, obviously, other than overtly take it. I will do anything. I will lie. I would finesse. I would promise. I would do anything, but I would never give you money in your hand.
I bet you would. Until that motherfucking day. Until that day. That you look up one day and you're just like, fuck, nobody knows like that. I told everybody I was having a party tonight. Nobody's coming because I've been laughing.
Nigga, it's big act. What you mean they're not coming? It's big fucking act.
Go on, hold on.
Yo, I don't know who's talking right now, but I'm not bringing no bitch.
Wrestling fan?
Yo, I'm flying them straight out.
Alright.
Hold on. I'm flying them straight out, and then I'm picking you up at the airport.
It's gonna come to a point. It's gonna come to a point where you done lied to every bitch that you ever know. And you ain't gonna be
We're on site. Moving in.
Copy that.
And then you gonna get to that
operatives in the missile plant.
Yo, T-Pain, you're right, except there's always a new...
Moron's our only target.
Wait, is it on the right difficulty? Uh-oh. check first.
Target down.
Where did you go?
He's down. All targets down.
Come on, let's do this.
Watch it. Truck headlights will frame you for the snipers.
You saw the targeting lasers too?
Yeah, so we stay quiet. We stay low.
Target is neutralized.
Hey.
Need help? I'll be right back. Shoot us that way.
They've raised the alarm.
Huh?
I have to pull the plug on the mission.
Watch it. Truck headlights will frame you for the snipers.
You saw the targeting lasers too?
Yeah, so we stay quiet. We stay low.
You've been spotted. I'm aborting the mission.
Me too. We got this. You're gonna blame me for that one.
Watch it. Truck headlights will frame you for the snipers.
You saw the targeting lasers too?
Yeah, so we stay quiet. We stay low.
Hostile neutralized.
The alarm's been raised. I'm getting you out.
Damn. 'Twas not me, my friend. I'm actually surprised it hasn't been me more so than it's been you. I'm actually really shocked. You're out here trying to be a fucking pro and show off, though, I can tell. Alrighty, I'll do it.
Watch it. Truck headlights will frame you for the snipers.
You saw the targeting lasers too?
Yeah, so we stay quiet. We stay low.
Target is neutralized. Throwing gas grenade.
Target neutralized.
Where are you?
Not a word.
Ready when you are.
Last hostile down.
Come on, let's do this.
All right, let's go.
Security is extremely
Hmm.
tight. Cutting the power at the on-site substation will give you some limited shadow cover.
I know. Until the backup generators come on.
Right. That gives you a very narrow window to make the transfers.
This just keeps getting better and better.
I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you.
Scrubbing the mission. They know you're there.
I didn't expect the other guy came around the fucking corner behind him so fast. I wasn't even expecting him to come. I thought the guy at the door was actually gonna be the one to come in. That completely threw me off. Sorry about that. The guy that was further away was the one that seemed to have turned around. Hear ye, hear ye. Alright, I'm gonna shoot that, right? There we go. Get ready to get one of them.
He's down.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Got him. You weren't ready at all. Oh, camera.
We're at the substation.
Copy. You'll have to throw the cutoff switches together.
Let's split up and shut it down.
Sounds good.
I'll go to the further one. Huh?
They know you're there. I'm getting you out.
What? Drone guy. Damn, brother. Or sister. Damn. Haha.
Bitch, the DMs. Thank God for Instagram, the best dating app on earth.
Let me tell you what's wrong with that app. You're gonna be the old nigga, and the new bitch that's in the DMs is gonna be the young bitch, and then that's not gonna be acceptable.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
Oh.
Because the old bitches ain't go.
Was that burst fire? That's probably why.
The old bitches done learned their lesson. The old bitches done been lied to 1,000 times already, and they're not gonna come for it no more. The only bitches that's gonna fall for it is the young bitches you talking to right now. So when you get older and them young bitches ain't acceptable, and the old bitches ain't fucking with it no more, you're gonna have to figure it the fuck out.
Alright, Payne. Okay, I'll meet you in the middle and I'll say, okay, I think at 40, maybe I might have to revalue.
Right now, you almost at that nigga, you at least.
Of course I am. Hold on. But right now, these bitches, they're looking at me like, oh, damn, you like them other rappers. You're just not a rapper. You're like, but you're rich and all this shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm a rapper.
Deploying gas grenades.
I mean, come on,
Yo, Payne, what I'm trying to say is,
it's all the same circles.
Payne, I'm cheap.
Anytime you're ready.
Yeah, Drew earlier today.
Yo, Payne, I'm so cheap. Yo, Payne, I'm so cheap. Like, like.
Nigga, rappers is cheap too. Nigga.
No, they not.
Okay.
Teamwork.
So if we going off of the video you posted today, are we talking about you just going with full on bad bitches all the time?
Be careful.
Are we
Security
talking about
personnel are
the bitch
actively
you-
searching
bitch
for
you
the
fuck
source
with
of
in
the
private
blacklist?
is the most
Got our window.
only
Let's
bitch.
get inside.
Well, no.
Oh,
Okay, the girls I fuck with in private is that they're regular. I think
They're regular.
Yeah, they're regular bitches. They're homely bitches. So, which means
Throwing
they
gas
gotta have a regular mindset, and they're not gonna fuck with you rapper, persona, or anything. All that shit you were saying about Gunner today, when the bitch got caught bringing the shit into the jail.
Head along the trench to an entry point.
What kind of security are we
Because
Landmine. Tread lightly.
Want to take the point, Sam? It's all yours.
for much longer.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. Yo,
The emergency generators
one
are
thing I would
powering
say
up.
though.
Ready when you are.
They've raised the alarm. I have to pull a plug on
What
the
happened? You got blown up? Honestly, night vision goggles is the easiest way to see them.
I want to show her different. Women these days, like so many women, they're hypnotized by fame, celebrity, and quick money. Okay? We see so many people going to OnlyFans. We see them wanting to hang out with rappers and certain shit. That doesn't get you anything. You hang out with a guy with a blue check who's rich and that third, all he wants to do is to fuck. He's not gonna try to take you serious. He's
Bro,
gonna
wait, ain't you one of them niggas? So
Yes, I am. No. Yo, I am. Yo, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking from the perspective
But at this point in your life, right now, you check nigga, are you the famous?
The alarm's been raised. I'm getting you out.
Told you, man.
Okay, all right.
Told you, man.
So what that means?
Night vision goggles is for the win.
And you're the famous nigga because y'all famous nigga. Like you know, you can't pick one. At this point you're Matthew McConaughey in front of this. That's what I love about college girls. I keep getting older and they stay the same age. You can't take them.
Yo, but that's why these days let's do this. I would never like if I get to the point of I have to pay. And by the way,
The emergency generators are powering up.
I got a girl I've been rocking.
In position, waiting on you.
Easy peasy.
Stressful.
Briggs, I'm waiting on you.
Let's move on.
Yo, the only like.
No, it's non-negotiable.
What do you mean?
These
No.
bitches is
No.
These
No.
bitches is NFTs. These bitches
No,
is
hold on.
non-fuckable
Pain,
dots.
pain.
These
Hold on. No, Pain. You gotta flush this out.
These bitches is non-fuckable dots.
They're about to turn the lights back on.
Wait. How did I pay? I don't know. All right.
NFTs are non-fuckable dots.
Hold on. All right. In theory, how would you say I paid it? I'll relate it to my experience.
Target's down.
Anything you gotta fucking ride to somewhere.
That was a friend. I'm pulling you out now.
Oh shit! Sorry. Whoops.
There's no free.
Got a little carried away there.
Considering food, transportation, paying, I'm talking about gifts. You know how,
Whoops.
like for example,
Just shot a
when
dude in the
Gunna's
head.
saying, Gunna is saying, come get a Birkin. Gunna is saying, you fuck with him, you get a Birkin.
Let me know if it's too loud. I'm sorry.
Future, one of my heroes, he literally says, you fuck with me, you get an AP.
I'm just gonna give you a quick example. Because this nigga that's sitting right behind me, Young Page, my motherfucking artist, Young Page, walk up into the motherfucking club right now and say, hey,
Target is neutralized.
They're about to turn the lights back on.
no money exchange.
Target neutralized.
Alright, let's go. Let's just go in the room.
Ready when you are.
Come on. We could just go in the room. Hurry up before he comes. Damn it.
The mission. They know you're there.
What are you trying to do? Just get more kills? It's okay. What the hell happened? Oh, the video on it. Yeah.
so, The Boys Season 3 just ended, and as expected, I loved it. The Boys is currently 3 for 3 on its seasons, which is pretty impressive, and it stands out as
Hostile neutralized.
They're about to turn the lights back on.
The gimmick this season is that the Boys have temporary story
Target's down.
Thought you wanted to
They know
challenge.
you're there.
Let's
I'm getting
move
you
before
out.
someone spots us.
I thought that these temporary superpowers would be kind of a shallow.
We should be able to get to the door before they even notice us,
They're
honestly.
way more than that, and it leads to a lot of compelling character development for the Boys and the Seven. This is the first season where we can see
Righty, lay down.
actually be afraid of something, and without a doubt, this
A
is the
distraction?
season
We don't even need a distraction.
It's less about insane story beats and more about watching these people grow and develop in believable ways. A-Train is starting a story arc that I am very interested to see in the next season. Kimiko struggles with her identity and spends the season finally wondering what she wants. Now, even
Target down.
They're about to turn the lights back on.
Up until he snaps. And he doesn't snap in a way that you would expect. Just murder 1,000
Alright, we could just go through the door. We could just go through the door.
and realistic.
Oh, they're gonna lick this door.
More scary because
Damn it.
They've raised the alarm. I'm on a mission.
We can go through the. Or is there something else we should do out there? Maybe I'm missing
They feel
something.
like nothing happened, and like a lot of shit happened. You're fucking smoking crack if you think otherwise. But admittedly, it isn't as conclusive as the finale of season 2. For 1,000 people, it's much more subtle and realistic, and the ending of this season is somehow more scary than if he flew into the White House and killed the president. It's more scary because it's real, and we've seen the dangers of this in our real world. And this focus on character development has led to a lot of people complaining about the finale because they feel like nothing happened. And like,
Target is
a lot of
neutralized.
shit happened. You're fucking smoking crack if you think otherwise.
They're about to
But
turn the lights back
admittedly,
on.
it isn't as conclusive as the finale of season 2. Like, this season's
I'm at the door.
primary goal is to set up a lot
In
of
position,
big
waiting
stuff
on
for
you.
next season.
Well, you could just come to the door. You could just come to the door.
Finale of season 2, which leaves things.
Do we need to kill them all?
The thing is, I wasn't really rushing.
Maybe that's what I'm missing.
You've been spotted. I'm aborting the
By the
mission.
end of season 3,
Do we need to kill them all?
to see what happens next. I feel like things are really ramping up. To
Maybe
a very
that's what I'm missing.
satisfying season.
Quiet product.
So
Just
yeah,
let me
I
know
love
what's
this
going on,
season. I
bro.
love this show, and I'm very excited to see what happens next. So far, the show has nailed everything, and they really have to fuck
Yo,
it up
do we
not
need to
to
kill them
enjoy
all or
it. So
something?
I'm gonna
Or
give The Boys
I thought we just
season
needed to go
3
through the
a
door.
9 out of 10. So the
Am I
highly
missing
anticipated
something?
Thor: Love and Thunder is out, and I was deeply disappointed by it. Like, this season's primary goal is to set up a lot of big stuff for the next season. And personally,
We
I
kill them, we
prefer
lose,
that
right?
to the finale
So why
of
can't we
season
just go
2,
through the
which
door?
leaves
That's all we need
things
to do.
pretty open. And the thing is, I wasn't really rushing.
He's down.
They're about to turn the lights back on.
By the end of season 3, I am desperate to see what happens. I feel like things are really
Well, I'm at the door right now.
very sad.
Briggs, I'm waiting on you.
Oh,
Yeah, I love this season.
All done
There we
here.
go.
Let's keep moving.
I'm very excited to see what happens. So far, the show has nailed everything. And
Gramps,
they
we're
really,
inside.
really have to
Looks like
fuck it
Boron
up
ran right over security.
to enjoy it. So I'm gonna go ahead
Copy.
and give The Boys
You're clear to
season
use lethal
3
force
a
against
9
Boron.
out of 10.
Whatever it takes to secure that
So the
nuke.
highly anticipated Thor:
Move on
Love
to the
and
core
Thunder is
assembly
out,
area.
and I was
On our way.
deeply disappointed by it. As I think back on it, I actually like it less and less with each passing day. In my opinion, this movie is emblematic of every issue the MCU
yep,
has.
I remember this part.
It has
Yeah.
every single flaw of the
There's a
MCU
retinal scanner on the
and
door.
does to 11.
Grim, can we get Charlie to unlock this door?
Delay the order. No time. That'll help.
I found myself pretty annoyed while watching it.
Huh?
Real quick, the MCU amped up to 11. It's far from the worst Marvel movie, and it's far.
Nice.
What the worst one be? Captain America one. Me personally, I just don't like the character. If I had to be actually fair, I would say Thor 2 or...
Waiting for you, Sam.
I don't think Iron Man 3 is that bad, but a lot of people would say Iron Man 3. I mean, I know why people would say that, but...
We got visual contact.
What's the plan, Sam?
We take no chances. Put them all down.
Cheered when they came on screen. Also, that was fucked up. I admit it.
Yo, please, Maddie, chill, dog. Alright, time to kill, brother. Far from...
People in my audience still cheered when they came on screen. That's pretty fucked up, I had to mention.
Are you down?
And yeah, I think the humor is the number one thing.
Yeah, it's too much.
Straight up not funny. Comedy is subjective, and I can say that I'm gonna find the reward. I've always been sick of that fucking statement. It's used by people to completely absolve any comedic content from criticism. Yes, comedy is subjective. So is film and any other art form. And yet I'm still here putting arbitrary number scores on movies. Even the people who like this movie can admit that this is just fucking jokes. For instance, one of the main jokes is about screaming goats. You know how people were posting videos of goats screaming like 9 years ago or some shit? Yeah, that's one of the main jokes in this movie. And that's the whole joke, by the way. It's just that the goats
you know the squirrels?
scream. And if you like to laugh at things screaming, then that's fine. I don't.
I think
Probably the jokes isn't even the main problem here.
In the movie? It was goofy as fuck. It was extremely goofy. It felt like more of a cartoony thing than anything. It didn't feel like a serious story at all.
I tried to make sure I was relaxed while watching it. I felt like because it was so cheesy,
Serious scenes end up being a predictable sequence. You can feel when the scene is going to end with a joke, which makes it less funny. When I can think in my head, okay, here comes the joke, it just
Here comes the joke. Yeah, I felt like that a lot. Okay, here it comes. You know, like, I should have a really cool catchphrase. Like, my catchphrase should be like, I don't know, it's hammer time. It's like, come on, really? This dying of cancer, damn near 40-year-old woman's talking about a catchphrase. Like, come on, bro. I feel like she'd be taking her role more serious and trying to find herself a fucking cure, not trying to figure out what a fucking catchphrase she should use in the short amount of time she has left to live. Like, it was so trash. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. She did it. She did it. That's fair. She didn't know she was gonna be dying. That's fine. For most of the movie, at least. I'm down. Christian Bale was the best part, though. That nigga was fucking killing it the whole movie.
Serious scenes end up being a predictable sequence. You can feel when the scene
He was fucking sick. Like, the way he found a way to, like, make him a very unique villain. And I know he took some shit he learned from fucking Heath Ledger, like, playing in a movie with Heath Ledger. I know he took some points from that.
I think the artistic look of him was pretty bad.
Yeah, he had like religious like scribes on him in the beginning, but then when the religious gods didn't like support him, next time we seen him, they were all scarred away. Like he like cut the fucking yeah, because before it was like religious like fucking tattoos or something, but then the gods basically fucking just left his ass to die and laughed in his face. So he said, "Yo, fuck these niggas."
I will say though that even when he's being cringe as hell, Chris Hemsworth that funny to me anyway. But the jokes aren't cluttering up the whole film, so I ignore the ones that fall flat. But here, the jokes actively.
Charlie, we got the warhead off the ground.
Great. Sam, more Boron agents are inbound on your position.
Serious scenes end up being a predictable sequence. You can feel when the scene is going to end with a joke, which makes it less funny. When I can think in my head, okay, here comes the joke.
Okay,
it just nullifies
here comes the joke.
I will say the joke's toned down a bit in the last act, which I greatly
every scene
because this movie isn't even all all
But one in
that
particular,
bad.
because
There are
I
parts
guessed
that
it,
I was
but didn't
enjoying,
guess it.
and I'll say that the
When
last
the-
act was a lot better than the rest. The
was it,
conclusion
Star
of this
Wars
film is
little
very
mini things
cute.
came,
I can say
and
that
then,
overall,
like,
this
I
movie
was like, oh,
pulls
he's
off
just gonna jump
being
up and they're gonna
cute.
crash.
And since that
And then
is
he was doing
clearly
a
one of the
split,
main goals of
and
the
then
film,
they were
I
just
have
all,
to
like,
give it
screaming.
points
I'm
for
like,
that.
alright,
But the other
cheesy.
goal of the movie is also
And
to make
then
me laugh,
it's
and it
right.
did. So there's that. I will say though that even when he's being cringe as hell, Chris Hemsworth is very fun as Thor.
Room is
I've
clear.
seen it
What's
in many
next,
reviews
Charlie?
before, but if you can tell that
gotta
someone's
put the
having
warhead
fun
back
in a
inside
role,
the missile.
it's infectious. It makes it a lot more enjoyable. Even though he can't sell every joke, I do appreciate that he's trying his hardest. Also, Christian Bale is really good at this movie. I really liked his character and the way he portrays it.
I wish they
It was a
gave him
lot of
more
fun.
time.
His scenes definitely carried a lot.
Can you hack the system brakes?
He was cool, he was creepy, his motivations made a lot of sense. I just liked him a lot. Good villain. However, I'm curious to see how many people
Warhead is secure.
but I don't think Natalie Portman
Holy.
is very good in this movie. When she first reveals herself as Thor, she's confident, cool, and I'm like, yeah, that's how Jane would act. After that, she tries to do this like awkward fish out of water performance. And yeah, I could see that change being justified for the character, but Natalie Portman herself does not the style of Marvel.
This dude killed me with one shot?
Quirky, modern
Oh, that was
Marvel
bullshit.
movie thing isn't really her forte. I've said before that I don't think she's an amazing actress. I just feel like she's always holding something back in her performances. She has her good performances, but I don't think she has the most.
We got it. Sorry about that.
Kind of tell here. This movie kind of felt like it was a really long SNL episode.
She originally quit Thor after the first one because she didn't.
When she's flying around,
She was bored with the character.
superhero stuff.
That's why she was never in any of the sequels,
Once the dialogue
despite being an important character.
I think a big problem here is that the stuff that made
But her being a superhero, I could see how that would be an interesting twist compared to her just being a love interest.
Goldblum, Loki,
But I
Hulk,
guess
these
they
are all
want to
things that gave
send her
Thor a
off
lot of
already.
comedic material to work with. And these are all actors that are very comfortable being funny.
I really don't know why they brought this chick back.
But yeah,
I couldn't tell you.
I did not totally hate this movie, but I definitely did not love it. A lot of the stuff in the last third.
One of the movie? Thor was on a journey to find himself, remember?
Formula, they just poured over it. There are a lot of things in this movie I liked. It has scenes and moments and characters that I really enjoyed, but I did not like how those concepts were presented. So I'm gonna give Thor 4 a 5.5 out of 10.
Oh my god, dude. I should have shot him in the head. Alright, that was pretty fucking funny. Alright, we got this, mate.
And bolted third-person cover shooting mechanics onto their first-person game just to make sure you could shoot people any way you wanted. Remember what I said about games like Deus Ex being sums of parts? You can't
Sorry, I
make
knew
a
I
game
was
like
yelling.
Deus Ex
God damn it, I
more like a
can't.
shooter without inevitably making
Yes,
it
that
less than Deus Ex. The balance of which mechanics you rely on to
Soccer,
survive is shifting.
sleeping,
Shooting has become the
soccer.
most viable solution to most problems, when in the original it was the least viable solution, and that made it
Alright, let me know when you're ready.
or to really lean
You ready?
into and get good at.
Fuck it,
You
starting
could
it.
spend a long time memorizing
the system, Sam?
Working on it. Meticulously sneak between cover, put all your augmentation points into cloaking or running silently. You have to be very careful.
Warhead is secure.
This room because no one's still here.
More agents are closing on you.
You can click on 4 guys and not have to worry about them ever again.
Frag out! Use a medic.
No, I was coming for you.
When you shot all the owners when you came in, who are the cameras even going to send after me when they see me? Everybody's dead, Dave. But you'll notice I said threatens there, because the developers were clever, and they noticed this possibility too during playtesting. They'd worked really hard designing fairly complex levels with multiple paths
Really? I haven't tried to use it in this one.
Can you hack the system, Sam?
Working on it.
So, to fix this, they came up with a really clever solution.
Warhead is secure.
Would solve everything, but to
More agents are closing on you.
Frag grenade out!
Frag confirmed.
Throwing gas grenade. Give me a hand here, Briggs.
Down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Good shit.
Need your help here.
Just two guys from what I can see.
Target down.
That's cool, I can mark them. Didn't realize that.
Hit back. Gonna sting a little.
Nice work.
On time.
We're clear, Charlie. What's next?
Just send the missile into its storage silo. It'll be secured by a time lock.
All targets down.
Talk, he shows photographs of huge bulletin boards they made to track all the weapons, ammunition, and items a player could find in the levels.
We use these balance boards to get a sense of everything that was in the game. This is about half the boards we had. We had 6 in total.
And tried to make sure they were never
Whenever you're ready, Briggs.
never had
Hi
enough
there.
stuff, so a big fight would always cost them.
During playtests, people would complain. They would say, oh, well, I don't have
Anytime
enough
you're
ammo to
ready.
kill everybody. But then again, that's exactly
We can sneak and press the button.
Chris Rock was right. Sometimes what you need is bullet control. So the core experience works out really well. There's this fantastic
Target's down.
Target is neutralized.
stealthily sneaking out the ones you can with takedowns or silenced weapons to preserve ammo, hoping to thin the crowd before a big fight starts. Enough ammunition that you can fight when you do get caught, the occasional inevitable explosions of violence, and the careful picking clean of the bodies at the end. There's a rhythm to it that feels excellent. If you want an FPS RPG whose FPS component is some genuinely good shooting that
You're
doesn't
gonna restock.
invalidate stealth and hacking and other alternative solutions, Human Revolution
Last hostiles down.
the game for you. However, as Deus Ex used to work,
Waiting on you.
these choices have consequences. Say you like the Tranquilizer.
Let's keep going.
It's silent and non-lethal and has a decent range. It has basically no weaknesses except it's a bit slow.
Damn it! Indian QRF are inbound. Your exit is cut off.
Where's that missile headed?
You can't be serious.
Hang on. Checking. Okay, you should be able to follow the missile out, if Voron hasn't blocked the way. One way to find out.
Not getting out of here without help. Use some first aid.
Can I pick you up? Uh-oh. Oh shit, dude. I think you're in a weird spot right now. Uh-oh. Crap. You're dead? That's funny. Yep, I can't pick you up. That sucks.
NPCs have infinite bullets. The game keeps track of how many
Not
shots
each,
they fire,
between
not
both
so it
of
can
them.
give you their remaining ammo, so avoiding fighting and taking them out gives you a bigger reward, but to keep track of when they need to reload. I don't know, this is starting to feel a little bit artificial. Lots Lots of areas have weapons lying around, sort of as props, populating some of the pretty sparse office and apartment areas. Almost all of
We're
these
clear,
have
Charlie.
exactly
What's
one
next?
bullet in them. There's something
Just send the missile into its storage silo. It'll be secured by a time lock.
This sort of thing starts to really affect how exploration feels.
Ready when you are.
These guys had a big billboard on the wall.
All right, let's go.
Of every bullet in the game after seeing what playtesters did when they gave them too much. So if you're exploring,
Damn it! Indian QRF are inbound. Your exit is cut off.
Where's that missile headed?
You can't be serious.
Hang on. Checking. Okay, you should be able to follow the missile out if Voron hasn't blocked the way. One way to find
Use some help getting up. Look out! Grenade!
What in the fuck is going on? You good, man? That was crazy. You alright? Yeah, frowny face. For sure, for sure.
prepare for the cornucopia. I hope you're ready for 2 stun grenades and a template that can turn one of them into a mine, and an assault rifle with 15 bullets to go with it.
Oh man, it's not that hard. Hold on, let me
Charlie, what's next?
make sure we
Just
start.
send the missile into its storage silo. It'll be secured by a time lock.
Yeah, but good is right. Good is right. Challenging. Challenging enough.
In position and ready, Briggs.
You don't have faster. I can really feel how contrived the scarcity, I don't even know how to say. Like they put all these ammo pickups on the table, so it feels like you're getting a big hoard of stuff, but it's actually just several small
Oh
boxes.
shit, yeah, not even over here. Fuck. Alright, I gotta restart.
Think about why they deliberately did that for a second. They could have just put one box with 15 bullets in it next to the gun, but then players would understand how little stuff they were being given for this. If I gave you 5 quality streets and not even anything in triangles, you'd think I was ruining Christmas. But if I gave it to you in the form of 2 boxes,
Anytime you're
for a
ready.
few minutes, I'd be the best uncle ever. I get to write these off as a business expense now. Knowing now what the reward for this adventure was, let's all go watch the hacking minigame I had to do to get this.
Come on, let's do this.
Let's move.
No, I'm serious. I'm doing it again. There's actually a couple of NPC moments where we talk about how cool
Damn it! Indian QRF are inbound. Your exit is cut off.
Where's that missile headed?
You can't be serious.
Hang on. Checking. Okay, you should be able to follow the missile out if Voron hasn't blocked the way. One way to find out. Grab your high-value targets ready to ship.
There you go.
Target ID confirmed.
See?
Nice work.
Easy. Wait, everybody go to sleep.
All targets down.
I just needed to know where they were coming from and where they were gonna run. And they spawned at the door right by the stairs, so they would spawn and run right down the stairs. Nicely done, my friend.
Sam, Briggs, you need to get out now.
Need a little more direction than that, Grim.
Keep following the missile. It'll pull past the door that leads to the hangar. You can exfil from there if you hurry.
Got it. Hang on a minute. I gotta hack this lock or you're not getting through. Okay, I popped the lock. Keep moving.
Briggs, I'm waiting on you.
This gives you roughly 2 levels to use it against regular enemies before the last level, which is against basically zombies who don't even have guns and are easy to deal with any weapon.
Teamwork, gotta love it.
I can hear Voron and the locals mixing it up, Grim.
Don't worry about that. Just get out of there before those doors close. Keep moving.
Shit. We're surrounded.
Essentially, they balanced these weapons by giving them
Guess we should get to work on our alibis.
Grim,
seems like they designed
prepping the skyhook.
Copy. Chopper's inbound.
put them right at the end. So hey, they're in the game, so you can say there's a bunch of weapons in there.
Let's say without going too specific in the numbers, let's say we're around 20 or so different weapons.
Money in the bank.
This is kind
Nice.
of true. If you add all the weapons,
I was
including the
just
ones you
thinking
don't get to
something.
use until the last 5 minutes, and count grenades as weapons, there's 20 weapons in Human Revolution. The game's launch trailer features a shot of Jensen using the plasma rifle against a security robot in a much earlier section of the game during the first visit to China.
Did we get it? Did you get it?
Before the player ever gets one. I'm not saying like this game's launch trailer lied to me. It's more that I think these comments and bits of pre-release footage are a fascinating look into the kinds of tough design choices that come up during game development. This next thing's been stuck in my craw for literally a full decade. In an interview with Eurogamer, the game's director, Jean-Francois Degas, made a really enlightening statement. And I'm not saying that sarcastically, it genuinely is. I've obsessed about it for 10 years. What is wrong with me?
The laser rifle looks like fun. How does it work?
It is a weapon. Sorry. It is a weapon that allows you to shoot through walls, so you just have to shoot, really. Combined with the smart vision, e.g. through walls, it makes for deadly combo. However, I'm telling you right away, it's a very difficult weapon to get.
You can see why this is such a meaningful statement, right? I'm sure Degas wouldn't say that while intending for the rifle to be something you get lying against a wall right before the last couple of levels. We're going full speculation ops here. I could be reading way too much into this, but it sounds like in the nearly a year between this interview and the release of the game, the design got altered. Maybe the laser rifle was balanced by making it a reward for some difficult challenge, like a daring heist in a police station or something. But then, they did more playtesting and noticed that even when the weapon was hard to get and had limited ammo, it ruined the entire feel of the game. Stealth, conservation of resources, hell, even the basic flow of combat gets irrevocably changed when a player gets the shoot through walls instant murder beam. So they must have made the tough decision of turning it into an extremely late game weapon, so at the very least, it couldn't mess with the rest of the game's pace. This points to just how devoted they were to making the central mechanics feel good. It's obviously really important for the game that it's not incredibly easy to defeat enemies. They designed several powerful weapons that were fun to play with, but then cut them out of most of the game in the name of making sure
Grim, at the scrap processing facility.
Copy. Watch your backs.
Boron sure picked a hell of a place for its operation.
We got movement.
Chersky and his crew, they look nervous.
It is. It doesn't look like they're hanging around. Grim, you got eyes on this?
Yes, but I can't get a fix on which one is Chersky.
Get a closer look.
So this is the closest leap you've got on board.
This would be the perfect time for the rotor.
So case closed, right?
Negative. The bomb's not important. Where they got the intel on how to steal it is.
So we grab Boron's guy, we start asking questions. Yeah, I got it.
The original does this too, not to the same degree with ammunition, but because you need
Climax.
multi-tools, augmentation canisters, kits, skill points, and other useful items to progress, you're always hurting yourself. And speaking of hurting, even damage was part of this puzzle. JC Denton and Luke.
Ready when you are.
Damaged limbs affected his aiming and his movement. If you broke your legs, you had to
Let's keep going.
This meant combat was extremely tense. You had to manage its effects on your body.
Get down, guys. Chersky's people are doing a full sweep of... Oh, damn. He's taking off.
Track Chersky's movements. We'll handle things here.
Jumpy, isn't he?
Should be. Track his movements. Briggs and I will find our own way out of here. He's down.
Whoops.
Use a medic. Hostile neutralized.
Alright.
combat is just gone. If you got shot in a fight in Deus Ex, it was an extra complication you had to deal with. It didn't just throw away, it was an added incentive to make smarter choices than getting into a straight shootout. Even if you killed everyone first.
Use some first aid.
No time to lay around.
To put stats in so that you did well in it, or to avoid secretly using stealth.
Guess I owe you one. He's up.
Target neutralized.
Human Revolution's combat doesn't get to be as engaging as it easily could have been because of this boneheaded idea. The choice to remove consequences from combat cuts off the game's potential at its knees, something you also if you really want to balance combat
Waiting on you.
stealth and hacking and other alternative solutions, maybe make taking damage a problem. You can basically flip a switch.
Ready when you are.
Generating health.
All done here. Let's keep moving.
The entire game a much more fascinating puzzle. Make all of its combat that much more engaging, more of an obstacle. Since all of its effects would become cumulative, so many more players would be making fun decisions.
Target down.
That main gate is your only way out. There's no way we can get through undetected.
We'll have to clear all the guards.
I've got a car circling outside. Flag him down when you get out.
Grenade! Some health getting up.
Wow, all the guys that came out. Oh wait, they're not even getting affected.
Health and energy pickups feel like vestigial remains of a much more engaging version of this game, where these things mattered. I think this stuff is a bit of a shame, but bear in mind, it's not that bad. The core experience still works really well so far. Sure, the scarcity can be a little annoying. The police forgot to bring bullets to a hostage situation, or out on patrol, or back at base. Your boss can only afford to give you one gun. He's a millionaire, but the store would only sell him 7 darts for the tranquilizer gun you asked for. And 2 of the coolest guns in the game don't.
That main gate is your only way out. There's no way we can get through undetected. I've got a car circling outside. Flag him down when you get out.
Exist. Oh, but thanks to my action. Slight discount.
This is interesting.
If you're in a fight with a large group or a big robot, this can change everything. You can only fit it in your inventory if you throw a bunch of other stuff away. This is a great little decision to offer the player in a game like this. You have to make a tactical decision and become even weaker in regular fights in the hopes of having an edge in a big one. Moments like this are the secret to what makes these games fun. Feeling
What's up, Coco? What you want?
and what to do about them. If
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
a
yeah.
key Deus Ex thing you have to nail, it's this.
Back up.
Does the player
Stink.
feel a little bit nervous when they find a cool weapon?
Hostile neutral.
That main gate is your only way
Man,
out.
you
There's
too
no way we can get through
smelly. You
undetected.
stink too. Hey man, what's going on, bro? You just running out there like a maniac.
Outside. Flag him down when you get out.
That was cool. I got like 3 or 4 kills off that.
I never saw him come.
Thrown out.
Sure. You see,
Not getting out of here without help.
Don't kill that guy right there in front of me. Can I pick you up? Oh, what the fuck, dude? It looks like a character is dead, though. I don't know what the fuck was going on there, but yeah, it looked like you were dead. I don't know. It was still letting me run around and shoot people. Yeah, I don't know. I realized your character was dead though. Lay down, Maddie.
You gain access to a means of instantly killing this robot the literal actual moment you enter the room with the robot. In this instant,
You're not.
Lovelock had their head screwed on properly and wanted them to be like that here too, because there's candy bars everywhere.
That main gate is your only way out. There's no
There
way
you
to
go.
get through undetected.
Understood.
I've got a car circling outside. Flag him down when you get out.
Nice, thank you. You were gonna do that. Oh shit, they're fucking everywhere in this mode. Yeah, in this mode, they definitely don't send the same exact amount of enemies or types. 3 shield guys? I don't remember there being 3 shield guys when I did this on normal. That's funny. What happened, man? You tried to kill the capture guy? You should have shot him with the sleeping gas. And then you could just bag him and tag him once we kill everybody else. Or once no one's looking.
Does the player feel a little bit nervous when they find a cool weapon they don't have room for? Then a level
Oh shit, I forgot that guy was
Way
there.
out. There's no way we can get through undetected.
Consequences of your cool decision, you don't have to. This is your reward for good planning.
I fucking knew it, man. I could tell something was up. What about shock?
Choice and consequences. That's the beating heart of Deus Ex. Well,
The rotor drone has some shock mines. Damn. Okay. Easy. We could just do the thing where he's like, hey.
That main gate is your only way out. There's no way we can get through undetected.
We'll have to clear all the cars.
Yeah.
Understood.
I've got a car circling outside. Flag him down when you get out.
Well, where am I?
Get him off me.
Players will realize their choices don't matter.
Acknowledge. Thanks for not killing him.
Sorry.
No time to play around, Brink.
Close.
Not getting out of here without help.
Oh shit. You got this, man.
Of how this is supposed to work. In Resident Evil 4, you can find a rocket launcher. Just one, though. Additional launchers cost a ton of the cash you could have spent upgrading your weapons. So while they were powerful and let you practically skip bosses, they required a meaningful sacrifice by the player, throwing all that money into even
Let's try
gave up a ton of space for
That may be your only way out. There's no way we can get through undetected.
We'll have to clear all the guards. Understood.
I've got a car circling outside. Flag it down when you get out.
Hey there. Send to the player's intelligence by giving them one anyway the instant they walk into a room with a boss. You might also notice they got health just regenerating as an evil either, because that would be fucking stupid, wouldn't it? This works along a similar principle. The gun was a
Target's lined up, waiting on you.
Hey, you.
so many useful items lying where you found them, and know you'd be in trouble.
Hold off, we've lost a shot.
Or some stealth camo, but it made fighting mechs a breeze, and in a pinch it's
Hostile neutralized.
that trade-off is so satisfying. I'm trying to imagine a version of this game where they just put a gat gun on the floor
Looky here.
every major enemy, but I don't know.
Hey there.
Make a Deus Ex means of killing it is just to hurt you. What happened to just comes back.
Use a medic.
Removed the choices, consequences, and
Pretty sure you just got killed. Damn it, man. Yeah, I figured.
their own design in the moments it mattered most. They made a game about scarcity of resources, and then got scared not everyone would like that, and overcorrected in the other direction. Playing Human Revolution is an exercise in learning in real time why Deus Ex was a more management kind of game, and why simplifying everything about an experience that's fun because it's a bit complicated is bad. Oh, it's so rewarding. You can stealth your way into this.
You go left, I'll go right this time.
That main gate is your only way out. There's no way we can get through undetected.
We'll have to clear all the guards. Understood.
I've got a car circling outside. Flag them down when you get out.
These choices play out for better or for worse. Nothing in Human Revolution is ever important. All the edges have been
Come here.
isn't particularly disagreeable, but slides out the other end completely undigested. You have failed to make a game about scarcity of resources. If you put all those resources next to the things
You need a can with that?
It's okay. I got it.
Dude, this dude went all the way around the block instead of walking towards me like he was supposed to. I'm sorry, I don't know why that happened. It's like the AI didn't really do what I expected it to do there. I did the, hey, come here.
in service to a scarcity that went out the window the instant the player actually
I got caught.
No, if
I don't know
want
if you
to
noticed.
play with cool weapons, you need to have pre-ordered the game in 2011. No, that's not a joke. That's an order. Get a time machine. Call your local game store.
That main gate is your only way out. There's no way we can get through
Alright, same plan.
undetected.
Clear all the guards. Understood.
I've got a car circling outside. Flag them down when you get out.
Revolution from GameStop or Game Station or HMV in the UK. You got the exclusive mission pack.
Target down.
A new type of grenade, remote explosives that detonate when you hold the grenade button down after throwing them, and a bonus mission towards the end of the game that rewards you with a new weapon. But that's not all. If the player bought the game from Amazon, Best Buy, or Walmart, they got the tactical enhancement pack.
Target neutralized.
Try to be as specific as I can, meaning that I won't say too much, because the marketing guys over there are watching over me, and I feel that the pressure of being careful about what I say.
These bonuses eventually which you can use to skip a single hacking. This gives me the opportunity to show that human evolution's so bad, skip it. The pack's extra level is which is worse than most actual crimes. It's a mission to rescue Tom's son, who has been kidnapped by the bad guys. Tom's son is Tracer Tom. It's pretty shitty, really, the thing that's probably related to the original plot.
Hostile neutralized.
It's really milking the people who care about Deus Ex. As thanks for saving his son,
Clear.
Tom gives you the grenade launcher, a powerful and fun weapon you have
got it,
2
let's
levels
move.
left to use.
This is genius right here. As the
We killed
player
the
gets better,
important guy. Is that a problem?
Shotgun. Follow signal. Grim, still got a fix on Chersky.
Roger that. His car stopped moving.
You have eyes on him?
Disappeared into a building. Pulling blueprints for the address now. It's an ops center.
Guess they need to go halfway on security.
It's going to be tough.
Nice. Going in though.
Keep the engine running.
Just keep the engine running and then do like reverses and speeds off.
So if you're watching this, thanks Thomas. I wouldn't have got to play this game for years otherwise. I'm glad I finally have the opportunity to thank you in the middle of a YouTube video.
Side door's locked down.
If we want in, we're gonna have to get creative. Down.
We can do
First
that.
floor looks like a no-go. How do we get in?
Rooftop. Let's move.
Only people who benefit are which means it's probably not going away anytime soon. But at some point, you don't have to make money. It is a business. Would you like to augment your creative?
Need some first aid. Just hold on.
They almost had me. Nice save.
The boss fights are bad. Anyway. The level design of immersive sims is one of the most important parts. You can have all the cool guns and augmentations in the world, but if that world doesn't create fun opportunities for using them, then those tools are going to waste, like the instant pot in the back of your code. You also have the levels, for example, by giving reports for bothering to explore.
You want constant rewards to drive players on.
Half the stuff you'd normally be searching for in a Deus Ex game isn't there to find, because scarcity is too much. And there are no longer tools for
He's down.
Use some help getting up.
a meager amount of credits, which you
Come on, soldier.
Oh, and how can I forget? Dozens upon dozens of energy bars, which you don't need because the first battery
Never saw him coming.
Since like earlier access points are a kind of boring upgrade system, there are no truly surprises.
In position and ready, Briggs.
Move on.
You barely find anything in the station armory. You're not going to find much in the back alleys of
We're inside, Grim. Give us a direction.
He pulled up a few floors down from your current position. It won't be easy to dig him out.
Never give us the easy ones, huh? You think they know we're here?
Count on it.
Pilot get intercepted on your way to China, or how your pilot can optionally die, or how the first mission ends with you deciding whether or not to terrorist. As soon as you make that choice, the cops instantly arrive and all the enemies in the level evaporate and get replaced by cops. A small lady and a guy who can turn invisible and the way they give us 3 main locations are an American
Oh, damn.
city, a Chinese city,
Use a medic.
Human Revolution and the city environment itself got cut, so
Taking some fire here.
for the record, in the Q&A section...
Come on, up and at him, Briggs.
Chris got asked if he thought the generally good reception of Human Revolution was partially down.
I guess I owe you one.
Almost track story by story. I'm wondering how much you feel about
It might be true, it wasn't our intention, it's not how we designed the game.
It's
Come
the
on,
same
let's do this.
series, so similarities are welcome, if anything, but a problem with, accidentally
let's
or
move.
otherwise, making your levels a lot like the originals is it makes what's missing stick out like a giant robot sitting next to the weapon that instantly kills it. Liberty Island is a famously amazing level. It's an entire with 2 different doors, people to talk to get a key to get inside if you want. Sunken freighter flaps to find. There's an entire building leading up to the Statue of Liberty. This level design is ultimately so fantastic. It feels like an entire physical space. Liberty Island is 12 different levels, depending on how someone plays it. Human Revolution's levels are largely a straight line that sometimes opens out into a large box and can be a little more creative then, which funnels right back into another straight line. The first mission, the power level of Liberty Island, is a straight shot from the drop-off point on a rooftop to a pickup on another rooftop, featuring bottlenecks in the form of corridors and elevators that you're required to use to progress, with zero alternatives. Compare and contrast the level of freedom here. The Statue of Liberty has several ways in.
All hostiles are out of action.
Including just climbing over half the level. To get into the warehouse, you can go in through the front door.
Sam, Briggs, looks like security headquarters is nearby.
Copy that.
Check it out.
To the other side of the same room. It takes about 5 seconds to walk over here if you come in from the front entrance. There is no entrance, and there's no way over this part of the level by getting on the plant's roof and finding another entryway. It's immediately clear how much less freedom
Target neutralized.
This is to traverse the level mostly linearly, but occasionally you get to decide which side of the room you do it in. The smoking gun betraying the closed-off nature of the levels is the fact none of the windows work. In Deus Ex 1, if a building has a window, you can break the window and jump out. Bang! You just invented a new exit. In many of Human Revolution's buildings, most of the windows are actually painted on, and you can't get out through them in any way. In an actual immersive sim, this would be a way in and out of the building. That's what makes it immersive. It feels like a building in a world.
Reinforced stainless frame with interlocking bolts. You're not getting through that door.
Breaching charge on the wall.
That might work.
Let's do it. Alright, let's move.
For a second. The modern graphics definitely make it look cooler than the original. I love the Blade Runner light shaft painted outside world you never get to interact with. Look at Jensen's apartment for a second. The modern graphics definitely make it look cooler than the original. I love the Blade Runner light shaft.
Which one's Chersky, Sam?
But in the original
Grim, we got 2 guys. Which one's Chersky?
Run a facial recognition scan on each of them. The SMI will take care of the rest.
Definitely make it look cooler than the original. I love the Blade Runner light shaft thing with the blinds. But in the original game's apartment, you don't need to come in through the front door. You can climb up a fire escape and come in through the window. Jensen's apartment is designed to reference the original. It's got a cute stash of loot hidden in a similar way, but it doesn't seem to understand the actual gameplay value of the original apartment's design. The only way out is to get to the elevator, ride it down, then walk out through the front door. The windows are just a show. I've heard so much praise for this game over the years, how it's one of the best immersive
Punch this motherfucker. Punch this motherfucker. Hey, don't you see I'm trying to do something here? That's pretty funny. I like that. Just bow bow.
Where's Boron getting his 3rd echelon
Son of a
intelligence?
bitch. Don't you see I'm trying to get your fucking picture?
Seriously, there are so many areas.
If you don't know anything, then I don't need you. Do the math.
All I know is that his emails come from Voron's facility in Kosovo.
Seriously, Briggs.
Just shoot him! No one else needs to die.
I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fucking hilarious.
Shoot him, Sam!
You know what I'm saying?
Chersky
I'm out
and
here,
Play
dog.
Date are dead.
Got that aim for you, buddy. You out here getting caught, man.
System's fried.
I don't know what to
We
say
got
about
what we needed.
that.
Target
I'm
Boron
sorry,
activity out of Kosovo. See what you can find.
Copy. See you back on the plane.
That was pretty dope, dude. Fucking like that map. I like how that ended. With me saving your ass. Go, Maddie. Leave me alone, bro. Stop crying, bro. Can you hear my dog crying? Go, Maddie. Go if you want to go. Go. Nobody's stopping you. Leave me like they all do.
Our account balance has been updated.
Nice. Abandoned city. You out, man? Alright, good night, dude. No problemo.
For a second elevator once you're there. The game is so fond of making elevators the path to the next area that there is not one, not two, but 5 sequences where you go.
Yeah, see you tomorrow, man. GG's, that was fun. I had a lot of fun.
If you're lucky, something interesting is happening out the window or a character calls you on the phone. Seriously, you just sit in an elevator for a full minute for no reason multiple times. Once would be fine to build tension before a big boss fight or something, but it's near constant. You ride 2 different elevators
Maddie,
in the
please
unskippable
shut
opening sequence
up,
alone.
man. Go out. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't notice. I'm an idiot. All right, go. Move, Coco. Move, Snow. All right, Maddie.
Especially if you hack the turret. Enemies don't know how to handle turrets in the slightest. It's really weird. Everyone dies in the first 5 seconds, and you're just sitting there during what was meant to be a tense struggle for survival.
Sam.
Grim, how's everything looking?
Good. Dotting the I's on the next operation.
Particulars halfway there, Jensen.
One dies in the first 5 seconds, and you're just sitting there during what was meant to be a tense struggle for survival.
The funicular is halfway there, Jensen. Your ride is there, Jensen. Get moving.
And in case you were wondering, yes, you do then ride the same elevator back down to where it came from.
Sam, I think Charlie's got some new gear he's working
I've heard the excuse this is a way of disguising loading between areas, but many of them last much longer than any of the actual loading screens take, and several of them lead directly into a loading screen anyway, so don't give me any of that, gubbins. It's boring, overly compartmentalized level design however you slice it, and excuses don't make elevators fun. I don't think I've ever said gubbins out loud before. That just came out of me. I think the reason they made them like this was for dramatic effect. When you sit in an elevator to Upper Hengsha for 30 actual seconds and come out and suddenly you're at the top of a high-rise building overlooking a new environment, one you never get to actually visit, you feel like you did a lot more than walk down a linear corridor to an elevator. Twice. Look what an expansive world we're in. The objective of this level? To get to the data core room by getting to the elevator. Then you're given a cutscene where your objective changes to confronting Zhao Yunru, the CEO from before, to have that cutscene. You confront her by getting to another elevator to her penthouse. This elevator trip takes a full minute. This is only the 3rd longest elevator. The current Human Revolution speedrun by Rampancy is 37 minutes long. 8.5 minutes of the run is spent in an elevator. Uncomfortably close to a quarter of this speedrun is sitting and waiting. And this is the best case scenario. This guy does cool shit like skip waiting for that one elevator by shoving himself through the door. In fact, most of the run's cleverest tricks involve finding ways to avoid having to wait in an elevator even longer. The time wasted here isn't even the real problem. Where the original game's levels were usually large outdoor spaces with multiple ways in and out of the buildings with objectives in them, encouraging player creativity and freedom of choice, Human Revolution is wandering between elevators, with ornate windows overlooking the kinds of environment you'd actually want to be playing in. The level design still has some choice in it, and occasionally the kinds of freedom you'd really want, like the police station, which is great and offers a fantastic range of choices for how to deal with it, but a majority of the game is strangely compartmentalized, constrained, a thin tube funneling you to the next important cutscene. I know I'm venting a lot about those cutscenes, but this gives me an excellent opportunity to segue into this game's problem with vents. Okay, in this sequence, I've shown you a few times before, there's 4 guys making patrols around this area, more guys off in the side halls, and a doorway leading ahead to the next part of the level. But this area that's harder to get to unseen is the room the hostages are in. Once you get inside, you're locked in by a trap and have to frantically disarm the bomb by hacking it or learning the password or just smashing the tubes, which is a hilarious thing to discover you can do. This is a great sequence. Getting into this room and saving the hostages is the first level's optional challenging secondary objective, and the people who designed the stealth system and guard patrols act like it. It's much harder to stealth your way in here than the critical path. I mean, if you shoot all the guys, it's easy and bullshit, but you can see how the stealth was designed to be fun. So you can do all that fun learning the patrols and carefully navigating, or you can go in the vent next to the entrance to the room, which leads directly into the room with the hostages. Now, this first one kind of works. It's a reward for exploration. You have to find the vent hidden behind a box. So if you're doing this, it means you chose to look around a little more and get a sense of your surroundings. I'm not a big fan of how the vent is a definitive solution to the problem, though. In Deus Ex, vents were like vents. You could use them to your advantage, but they never took you directly from the start of the room to the place you needed to go to win. In the subway, for example, to free the hostages using stealth, you had to find a vent and then meticulously crawl through an entire ventilation system and come out of the right one so you wouldn't get seen instantly. The vents were part of the challenge, not the solution. In this game, more often than not, vents take you directly past the problem. You could deal with the guys in the next area using stealth or combat, or you can go in the vent next to where you came in that takes you past them. You could, oh fucking hell guys, you see the vent here before you even see the thing the vent takes you past. You could deal with this turret and landmine on the wall and camera which will set off the alarms, or go over here and hack the camera. You know, the intended challenge of the room. The point of this room is to show you the value of hacking. Or you could get in the vent that leads directly behind all of it and just walk past. If being able to kill everyone easily hurt the game's design, being able to just get in a vent and go past all of it fucking executes it behind the woodshed. Look, maybe I'm smarter than the average gang of anti-augmentation terrorists, but whoever set this shit up must have seen the vent, right? Wait a second, why didn't the hostages just go in the vent? Just leave through the vent, what the fuck are you doing? This is how, and I'm going to make a conservative estimate, 85,000% of the game's levels work. There's this one level in Hengshire where the bad guys have locked down an apartment complex, and you have to get inside to get to the hacker's computer I mentioned before. Now the front entrance is blocked off, so you either have to get into a big fight right away, or maybe you can go all the way around the sides and up a ladder, and then you can sneakily take out a few guys and use stealth from there. Wow, multiple paths, this level's pretty good. The developers are trying to reward you for thinking logically about the 3D space. Or there's a vent right here. This vent takes you inside the complex and into a well-guarded area with some interesting points of cover. This area could be a really cool stealth experience. Oh my god, I can't believe you found another vent! You're such a good boy! This vent takes you to the upper ground level you could have had a fun time sneaking to, where you can easily just walk to the elevator to the top floor without being seen. On the top floor holy shit, I haven't even left the elevator! Fucking come on, guys! This vent takes you past all the guards to directly next to the computer you need to access. This is the absolute bottom of the downward spiral that starts when you try to make a game like Deus Ex simpler. You make this how exploration works. And if you go in the other side, the alternative way in I mentioned, you know where it leads? To a vent The vent takes you up the same elevator shaft to a vent that comes out next to the other vent. This is anti-level design. You're literally skipping most of the levels that were designed. I've basically just ruined the game for you. Once you realise that's how they're using vents, you can't stop seeing it. If you fail the dialogue challenge to get an audience with Tong, you have to come back and try again to find out what he knows. But don't worry, pal, because, and I bet this'll be a surprise to you, there's a vent next to his office and it triggers a cutscene where you learn the same information anyway. This is the quest design equivalent of putting a rocket launcher next to all the hard enemies. You could talk Taggart into telling you where Sandoval is, or you'll never guess, you'll never fucking guess, you'll never fucking guess! The vent drops you directly into his office next to the computer with the information on it. No thinking required. The main challenge in this level is staying awake.
About time. What happened? You get stuck in an air duct on the way over?
Haha, yeah, good one. Fuck off, Pritchard. If you think this is a good example of Deus Ex level design, you need to stop settling for less in life before it's too late. You matter, and you deserve better than this. Every vent in Human Revolution, including ones in maximum security buildings that lead right to their important shit, is yours to open for free, because locks don't exist anymore, and locking a vent using a keypad would look really silly. Some of the level designers even realized they'd made the vents too easy a solution, and started trying to hide them, which doesn't work because, you know, they glow, so they started trying to block them using heavy objects, so you at least need an augmentation to get to them. Look how hard they had to work to get around the fact they couldn't just lock the vents. Why was the game built like this? I don't know. Maybe the designers had fond memories of solving problems using vents in other immersive sims, and concluded that vents equal good game design. But the point was to make a world feel interconnected like a real place would be, and make players who took the time to look around feel rewarded for their ingenuity or attention to detail. Vents weren't the only kind of secret in Deus Ex. There were secrets hidden all over the place, buttons hidden behind innocuous objects that unlock treasure troves of stuff, or maybe the pinball machine you've seen over half a dozen of already activates a secret door if you play with this one. These two are both in the same level even. After this happens, you'll be checking every pinball machine in the rest of the world just in case. There is nothing remotely like this in Human Revolution, except for one specific thing. This stuffed animal activates the secret door into the hacker's man cave, but it's not used to discover a secret. The cave is already visible because the bad guys blew a wall down. This makes for some really cool environmental storytelling though. The mercs couldn't find the way of opening the secret entrance, so they had to redecorate. It's funny, but serious question.
I think we're good.
Well, I gotta parse some data Grim sent me. I'll let you know if we find anything.
Even remotely as cool as the pinball machine. Instead, potential explorers get to say, I wonder what's in this room. Oh, it's a vent, every few minutes. This is the vent room. Everyone has one of these in the future. It's horribly inefficient, but the powerful vent.
I thought you'd still be in the infirmary after Murwawa.
Nah, just a couple scratches.
The blandness of the new, simpler level design, because it's another accidental knockoff.
That's all for now.
Right. I should get back to it. I want to make sure the next mission goes smooth.
As soon as you look at it, the difference is clear. You're not forced to hack a computer for one, but you also have more choices for how to deal with the situation. Taking the elevator or sneaking into the shaft aren't the only entrances. You can get in from the roof entrance, or, you know, blow open the skylight and get in that way. You can also get in by platforming from neighboring buildings that are easier to get into and aren't guarded by mechs. And once you're done, you can leave by literally jumping off the roof or out the window and using your cyber legs to land without dying. This feels like an apartment in a real skyline full of other buildings. This feels like a corridor with a nice background outside some unbreakable windows. But hey, looky here, there's a balcony out there. Oh, and what's this? A skylight, just like Maggie Chow's apartment, but you can't do anything with them. This level has none of what made the original level truly open-ended and free. The skylight and balcony are just for show. You come in and out of this whole area through one of two entryways, which are next to each other. Sophie's choice, a vent or an elevator. No, wait, there's actually a super secret way in. If you stack boxes and have the high jump power, you can get into this higher level of the shaft above the vent. It leads to another vent. It comes out right next to the other vents and the elevator. Level design! The design is so ridiculously oversimplified that it actually messes with the story and quests the game
Here's
is
the
trying
setup.
to use.
You'll need to be careful on your approach. Mitchell Rossington purchased top-flight security systems, and he's reinforcing them with a strong guard presence.
But the entrance is
I thought security was
the only
like...
building in the universe that isn't locked using the same fucking key.
Now,
So you
access points for the data feeds are in the top levels of the structure. It's mostly apartments up there, but you should find what you need.
So they had to reinvent
Got
the
it.
concept of the key. Once the player learns that's where they have to go, they're sent on a quest to find a Tai Yong medical keycard to get in here. However, because the world map is so empty and there aren't that many places to explore, most players found an accident several hours ago.
Well, what do you know?
You should be seeing a sealed door. There's an old munitions storage room behind it with ammo lifts you can use to access the apartment.
Players explore the thing put right in front of them, they go inside. When inside, you find one of the game's 4 side quests, so it's good they made it easy to find. The key card it'll turn out you need in a few hours is just sitting on a table nearby. Less than a minute's walk from the start of the level, you have already accidentally skipped part of it. There's even a special dialogue between Jensen and Malik for picking it up before you know you'll need it for anything.
Tell me something, Malik. You think a smart card with a tie-up medical logo on it will come in handy in this town?
Maybe. Why are you asking?
No reason. Just thinking ahead.
Hey, looks like I've accidentally beaten a later quest by walking into the building next to where you dropped me off, Malik. Whoops. Who takes the company keycard out of their wallet and puts it on the fucking coffee table like that? What the fuck is this? Now, I love the idea of being sent on a quest to find a keycard which you could have found way earlier. That's great, but levels this simplistic mean you aren't actually finding it early if you're big on exploring, you're finding it immediately within minutes of starting if you take a passing interest in your surroundings. Now, let's add one extra layer of silliness to this, because before you find out you need that keycard, your mission requires you to get to Tong in the Hive. To get into the Hive, you need to talk your way in, or bribe the guy at the door, or somehow gain access to someone's membership card. The membership card is 1 floor down in the same building with the other key card.
Why are you asking?
No reason. Just thinking ahead.
A shockingly huge amount of players are going to find these items long before they even know what they do. That's not clever sequence breaking. That's a very poorly designed sequence. Oh, but if you don't find the membership card and don't have the money to get in, no problem. There's a fucking vent around the map leading right inside. The more enclosed levels mean a lot of the game's augmentations and abilities aren't as fun as they easily could have been. In Deus Ex, having the ability to fall a large distance without dying changed the shape of the world for you. Rooftops were now exits that prevented having to deal with enemies you could run into taking the normal way down. Human Revolution's slow fall power would work the same way, except for the fact that levels aren't designed as interesting 3D spaces, so only a select few places offer this type of situation. So instead, to make the augmentation more useful than the design can properly accommodate, long falls are added specifically for players to have something to do with that power, like this elevator shaft in Detroit. The game is going, look, one specific place for you to use your powers. You're so creative! Instead of making a world where creative players naturally benefited from having this ability. There is an example of the kind of free-form use of a building's height as an entrance in the game, though. Unfortunately, it's in a cutscene. Bell Tower break into the Alice Garden pods through the ceiling once you bring the keycard to the hacker. NPCs get to have more fun with your powers than you do. You can only enter and leave this entire pod hotel through the front door. There is no alternative way in. This is because they want you to be unable to leave when these guys drop in and block off the exit, forcing you to leave through, you guessed it, a series of linear corridors with vents skipping any of the difficult parts, leading to a new back exit which only now opened up. The experience you do have is pretty fun for what it is, sure, but this simply isn't how Deus Ex levels should work. Emergent gameplay! My problem with this design is it doesn't let players be clever by themselves. It's contingent on a game designer giving you something clever to do with it. If they forget to come up with some, which they often do, you're shit out of luck, buddy boy. Without tall buildings with rooftop entrances and exits, apart from literally one in the warehouses I didn't forget, don't be a pedant, the Icarus landing system is reduced from a fantastic addition to the player's arsenal to a slightly faster alternative to taking the ladder down certain drops. And only slightly faster because the falling animation is slow and annoying. The other big augmentation that gets wasted here is the ability to punch through certain walls. This power is a really interesting idea, opening up new paths by cutting through destructible parts of the level, but it only gets to be fun in practice if the developers come up with interesting ways of using it. It feels like they made a lot of the levels and then went, oh shit, and tried to add a bunch of punchable walls at the last second so players who got it feel like they can do something with it. Wait, what's this window showing if the room is that small? What is going on here? I could be wrong, but I have a sneaking suspicion this wall was added a bit late. You want to know a cool thing about doors in Deus Ex? Wow, Deus Ex is such a cool game, I'm about to enjoy telling you how doors work. Doors weren't just a thing you could access by finding keys or learning the code to a keypad, or by hacking the computer it was hooked up to, or by learning the password some other way, or by picking them. They were also physical, actual doors, which means you could just destroy them. The rocket launcher is nature's lockpick. That's so many options, and being able to just break the door is believable and adds to the feeling of this being a real place. You can destroy doors in Human Revolution if you have a grenade or a lot of bullets, though the scarcity of resources makes this a bit of a waste. The mechanic is implemented horribly. Locked doors don't show you how much health they have, or even indicate they can be damaged until they suddenly shatter into dust. You can see a door's health once it's unlocked, as in, once you can just open it and its health is totally irrelevant. You can also break open vents, which, let me remind you, are literally never locked, making it pointless to ever do so. I bet most people didn't even notice you could do this, because who cares? It never serves any purpose. Something I thought you are literally never locked in. Once you can just open it and its health is totally irrelevant, you can also break open vents, which, let me remind you, are literally never locked, making it pointless to ever do so. I bet most people didn't even notice you could do this, because who cares? It never serves any purpose. Something I thought was really funny was apartments in China have these sliding doors, and you can break them open easily. They're flimsy, you know? But when they're open, they become invincible. This doesn't massively affect the gameplay, but it goes a long way in showing how little thought went into what used to be a really good mechanic. Tons of things which were breakable in the original can't be now. Safes are indestructible, so you have to know the code or hack, and the many storage units in the game are immune to damage as well. This reduces the player's available options, in addition to making it impossible to even know if anything is destructible, because most of the time it isn't. The first time I tried to blow down a locked door, the grenade straight up didn't work for some reason, and since I had no way of knowing that was an unrelated glitch, I assumed locked doors couldn't be destroyed for ages until I tried again just to double check while I was writing the script for this video. You know what would have been useful? Showing the player the health of locked objects, or even saying when something's indestructible. There's a little game you could have taken inspiration from that did this. It's called Deus Ex. They just forgot to make half the stuff in the game respond to damage. Lockers, something players might want to be able to open a bunch of all at once by throwing a grenade into a room to at least save the trouble of manually opening and peeking around the horrible door of every single one, are also indestructible. One of the most fun things in Deus Ex was running low on picks and seeing how many lockers you could open with your spare Gep rockets in Vandenberg without evaporating the office cat. There's something immensely funny and satisfying about tossing a grenade into a room and turning it into a festival of loot. This isn't a nitpick, this is a fundamental component of Deus Ex's player freedom and immersion that just doesn't work. You know, even when Invisible War was being Invisible War, you could still reliably blow things open with explosives. It wasn't a crapshoot whether the developers had bothered to make something break open like it should. Deus Ex's worst moments were when you had no clever alternatives to the more obvious choices, like when a grate you could pick couldn't be destroyed by other means. But this is just how Human Revolution works. You need the lift heavy objects ability to move the vending machine to get into this vent. You could say it's a venting machine. But hey, maybe you can use some creativity and destroy the machine with a grenade. Vending machines are literally indestructible, didn't you know? The best you can hope for is the physics blowing it clear of the vent, but for that to happen, the physics would have to work. Goodbye.
Tell Charlie
Wild.
I'm bringing in a laptop.
I'll let him know.
Deus Ex made almost everything breakable. Plants, boxes, bodies.
Alright, I killed your boss. Well, okay.
Trash sometimes spawns rats in it when you destroy it because it's New York City, baby! Smash all the vases and beakers on the floor you want. Take this, globalists! The game certainly is much nicer looking than the earlier games. Humans don't look like Age of Mythology Prometheans with faces painted on them for one, but just generally, everything is so much more beautiful. I mean, look at these ceilings. At least a year of the game's development probably went into these. Holy cow, bro, I love this. Top 10 ceilings in history, right behind the Sistine Chapel and another clever sounding thing. But when it comes to interaction, you know, the game part of this game, almost every prop or object is invincible set dressing. These beakers, bulletproof. This Chinese food, immortal. This glass table, absorbing nearby humans to gain their power. The world feels so static, and it makes you feel even less like you're really interacting with it. Lapicus claims this is a selling point too. Look at this. What?
Quit screwing around.
Are you telling me your game is better because you can't throw plants at people? This is cyberbullying! I've seen people say this game has amazing emergent gameplay. Like, oh wow, you can break open destructible walls if you don't have the wall punching ability. Yeah, that's nice. Although, if you don't have that ability, destructible walls don't noticeably glow, so it's hard to find many of them without already having the ability, at which point you're not going to waste grenades or ammunition on a wall you can just punch down. Actually, the punchable wall augmentation opens up a bunch of extra questions. You can smash down concrete walls if they're slightly cracked, but you can't use this ability to punch open locked doors? You can't just break whatever locking mechanism is keeping this flimsy door shut with your mega fists? Chaos Theory had a lockpicking minigame that got a bit dull the way hacking minigames did here, and that was on top of the hacking minigame they also had. But the designers also gave you the ability to loudly break the lock
Roger
and
that.
open it
I'll
instantly.
have a look when you get back.
People who heard the noise or saw the broken lock would know someone was here, but if you don't want to pick that lock, you don't have to. Picking it became a choice, one which felt more professional and stealthy. Wouldn't it be cool if that augmentation also let you smash the locks off doors and make a ton of noise or risk setting off a security system or something? It would be really cool to have an ability like that at your disposal, and I'm shocked the people who made a game that literally did this didn't think of it. It would automatically give you a lot more to do with this power, and save on having to think of more places to put punchable walls, which they were really running low on towards the end. Something else really bugs me about these levels. I spent a long time trying to put my finger on it, but it turns out the answer was floating right in front of my face the entire time, so I'm not sure how I missed it. Oh, did you think I forgot about the quest markers? How could I? How could anyone? Quest markers are annoying when they're off in the corner, but it turns out it could have been worse. They could have been unconstrained. They could have just, no, leave me alone! They didn't seem to consider how it would look if you had multiple side quests happening at once, or if you were at a stage in a side quest with multiple objectives, because oh boy, does that door need me to know every side quest and individual component each side quest has is outside it. There's one side quest where you have to neutralize an entire apartment full of gangsters. Now they're localized to a single small apartment, so you only need one quest marker for that, right? I have genuinely died in this game because I couldn't see a guy behind a pile of his buddy's quest markers. Yeah, so the game is a little desperate to make sure players don't miss what they're supposed to be doing, to the point that it's pretty distracting, ironically. They expect you to toggle off the markers for quests you aren't doing at the exact moment. And yeah, sure, this helps for that if you don't mind doing one thing at a time, but the real issue is making a game which has a method of pointing the player directly towards their required destination inspires really lazy design, because now the levels don't have to make sense to players as they navigate, because they've got a thing telling them where to go. If you've played the game, you'll know that even though the markers are really distracting, you have to leave them on, because there's no other way of finding these quests. Detroit is an unintuitive area to explore. It's a ton of very similar streets connecting to other very similar streets, and when it's not those streets, it's identical apartment buildings, which granted is realistic to most urban cities, but that's not how games ought to work. New York in Deus Ex had character and presence. It was designed to be experienced by a player who didn't have it memorized or know exactly where to go. You enter and you're like, where am I? And you look around and you know where you are because every part of the level looks different and things are really well signposted. Literally in some cases. I love the place everyone calls the Ton Hotel is really the Hilton Hotel, but the sign's broken. It's memorable and makes the hotel into an obvious landmark you can use to navigate. If you have to find Adam Jensen's apartment off in the corner of the map without quest markers telling you exactly where it is, you're screwed. If you try to stop and get your bearings by looking around, you'll never get anywhere. Detroit is a maze you need a GPS to traverse. Quests are not designed to be doable with the markers turned off. You'd have to manually check every single back alley to find the specific one with the guy you need to talk to for the current quest, especially when the guy has moved since the last time you talked to him for no reason. Conversely, I was feeling clever when I wrote this sentence, this also means the player is never expected or challenged to pay attention. Deus Ex has an optional secret base in the sewers the first time you get to New York that's a clever setup for some of the future plot. Finding it requires looking around yourself, or talking to a character you meet in another optional area and hearing him mention the base in the sewers and choosing to check it out. Nothing gets plopped on your screen, no arrow on your mini-map, just good old-fashioned detective work. You feel like a spy on the trail of a conspiracy, and on a deeper level, your objective is to find a generator the terrorists have hidden. Finding it is the point, asking around, exploring, bothering to check out side content and meet other characters who might come in handy later. You can get on the rooftops of buildings and physically see the building the NSF are clearly trying to defend. This is the point of this section. It's why the game feels so free and personal despite being, at its heart, pretty linear. DXHR feels exactly as linear as it is. In every single moment, it is telling you exactly where you're going next, and you're following it. When you have to do the equivalent quest, shutting down a signal the bad guys are generating, you know precisely where it is at all times. There is no mystery, no search. Pritchard gives you a quest marker and you walk to it. Hell, you could have just got your pilot to drop you off right there and save you the trouble. And when you do turn it off, she actually does turn up to take you to the next area, which is a little insulting. I'm sure there's a plot contrivance, but in the original game, the point was that you didn't know exactly where it was, so you didn't feel like you had your time wasted when an aircraft came to pick you up after you found it. Quest markers are not an alternative to level design. There are a few brief sections in the game where they're switched off, so the game has to be designed to make the player do their own thinking and exploring, and the game's fun factor instantly skyrockets. There's a base where your signal is jammed or whatever, so you have to manually find the scientist you're looking for, and it's easily the best level in the game to navigate. Each of the buildings has a completely different shape and feel, unique designs and visual cues. The outside area is built so it's easy to know where you are relative to everything. It's really cool. 5 minutes in, you find the signal jammer and turn it off, and the game is bullshit again. Now you know exactly where to go, and suddenly you're not really exploring anymore. This is the one section in the game where turning off the quest markers actually works really well, so at least it's a good time if you keep the markers turned off. It kinda sucks that almost every game that heavily relies on these markers inevitably has a tiny, really cool segment that turns them off, where the level design has to account for them being turned off, and everything gets so much better. Instead of being an interesting take on the central mechanics, it ends up being a brief foray into better mechanics you don't get anywhere else. And now the player knows exactly what they're missing the rest of the time. There's an oversight in the PC version that's kind of funny, but also prevents the markers from at least getting better with age. The game was designed to look good at 720p on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. When Nixes were creating the PC port, and God bless them, otherwise they did a fantastic job, someone made the UI not scale with resolution. This means at higher resolutions, like 1080p, 1440p, and 4K if you're an idiot who owns a 4K screen, the UI gets increasingly harder to see and read. But for some godforsaken reason, the objective markers, and only the objective markers, do scale. So even though everything else is so small, people watching this video on their phone won't be able to read the in-game subtitles. Don't blame me, that's just how the game looks at 1440p. The quest markers are still blasting your head off, and messing with the visuals of an otherwise still beautiful game. Incidentally, if you get the chip replacement, the glitchy health bar and ammo counter you get during the boss battle are scaled, so you can briefly see just how readable the game could have been. You know how older video game cities were always a lot smaller than a real city would be because of hardware limitations or what have you? It turns out that was a blessing in disguise. New York, Hong Kong, and Paris felt big, but not so big that getting around was annoying. Because you know what's not that fun? Trying to get around a big city on foot. The new, realistically big Detroit and Henshaw levels have tons of places that serve no actual gameplay purpose.
Sniper 1 reporting in. Everything's quiet. Sniper 1 report, all clear. Sniper 1 reporting in. Everything's quiet. Got some suspicious activity in your sector. Can't tell what the problem is, but the unit's offline. I hate being short-staffed like this. Stop taking the piss and get back on patrol.
You got one choice. Hold still.
Someone come and help me search. Let's go.
We just got value added out of this mission. The hostile you just zip-cuffed is a serious HVT. Interpol's been after him for years.
Good to know. Found the main comms line, dropping a tap on it.
You see anything? You've got nothing.
Data tap is active. Just one more to go.
Area seems clear. Let's clear up.
Have you got anything? Remember, no swimming. Cut the chit-chat. Looks like there's some water in here. The spray's hell on this equipment.
That's it. Stay quiet.
Checking in.
I'm scrubbing the mission. They know you're there.
Sniper 1 report, all is quiet.
Bloody awful weather out. Hard to keep watch when you can't see a damn thing. Wish we were inside instead of out here. Wouldn't mind a drink right now. Shoot! Oh!
With all the money you make, what I can't believe is that you bothered to leave all that. Right now I know I work for, that's all. If you say so.
How long's that door been open?
Sniper 1 report, all clear.
They know you're there. I'm getting you out.
Sniper 1 here. I'm not seeing anything.
Bloody awful weather out. Hard to keep watch when you can't see a damn thing. Wish we were inside instead of out here. Wouldn't mind a drink right now either. Who did we piss off to get stuck in the cold anyway? Well, if I know, now shut it. You're just making things worse.
I'm scrubbing the mission. They know you're there.
Sniper 1 report, all clear.
Bloody awful weather out. Hard to keep watch when you can't see a damn thing. Wish we were inside here. Wouldn't mind how either. Who did we piss off to get stuck in the cold anyway? Well, if I know, now shut it. You're just making things worse.
Hey there.
Easy there. What did you find?
That didn't sound good.
Someone bury it. Was.
Huh. The file says he owns a prize-winning show dog, purebred.
Time to update the file.
Hey, you've got a patrol outside too. Bloody hell. Moving to the next station. Stop taking the piss and get back on patrol. I hate being short-staffed like this.
Found the cell.
Check on.
I hate being short-staffed like this. Bloody hell.
data tap is active. Just one more.
Hey, you've got a patrol outside too.
Be advised, possible activity in your area.
Think you're bulletproof?
We just got value added out of this.
On the main comms line, dropping a tap on it.
BT. Interpol's been after him for years. The data taps are online and all systems are green. Your next move is to get out of there.
Quiet or noisy?
Keep it quiet and get to the dock for exfiltration.
Roger that. On the move.
At the extraction point, Grim.
Roger that. You're good to go. I'll see you on board.
The wire transfer just cleared.
this turn of the yacht. What's our next move?
Your optimal path is around the side. There are 3 locations where we need taps planted. They're highlighted on your OpSat.
Might be separated, which is gonna be tricky.
On the bright side, it looks like his people are still doing cleanup after the party. They should be a little distracted.
The bills, he can take whatever stupid risks he wants. That's what he thinks anyway. Why does he even bring a boat out here?
Snorkeling, scenery.
I mean, with all the problems a man's got, it makes no sense.
Maybe he thinks the boat's safe here.
Bitch about, I'm just a fool.
Must be nothing.
Where the hell are you?
They've raised the alarm. I have to pull the plug on the mission.
Someone's having fun, not us. The man pays the bills. He can take what...
That guy you just wrapped up? Pentagon had him listed as an HVT. We'll be bringing him in.
Found an exit.
Divisby.
How did that song go? Fuck yeah, I wish I could remember. Guess it's gonna be a slow night.
aborting the mission.